Oh, good morning. Now on Good Day, snow, Vegas, winter weather across southern Nevada.
We have complete winter storm coverage on the Valley's news leader.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now, Good Day.
Welcome to Las Vegas. Winter weather. This was the unusual sight overnight at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. The snow, the neon, perfect conditions for the perfect picture.
Not all fun in the snow, however. NV Energy is reporting about 8,000 customers are without power at this time. Most of them concentrated in the area around Flamingo and Maryland Parkway, with another big pocket to the far southeast in Henderson near Mission Hills Park.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us here on Good Day. I'm John Langler.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. What a night. How much did you get?
Snow or sleep?
Yes.
Because the answer is neither in both cases. Downtown, it was snowing this morning, but it wasn't really sticking. But boy, other parts of town where you are, west side of town, actually quite a few inches of snow.
We saw about an inch. So let's send things over to Sherry and Nate with more of our storm weather coverage.
Oh yeah, snow, my goodness, this has been great. I've loved following every inch of it.
We've been talking about it and talking about it, and it's finally here. Yes, the forecasts are true, Sherry. Snow in Las Vegas.
Absolutely, and you know, we sat it down on the Las Vegas Strip. It really started coming down in Summerlin first last night, but we've had wonderful videos and just right around the Strip, and you see the Luxor with snow coming down.
Yeah.
We've got that video from Jorge Tellez, which captured it last night. Fire and ice, the Mirage volcano going off in the snow. That was Linda Stritoff, and it has just been phenomenal. And so we want to thank everybody. Be sure and post your pictures and videos on social media, and then also hashtag Snow Vegas, and we'll hashtag it and retweet it for you, and also Storm Tracker 8. So Snow Vegas, Vegas snow, all of it will work, definitely. And we've been watching this camera from our Rio camera across the middle of town, and the snow has been coming off and on. Let me just give you some totals right quick. Up in the Spring Mountains, we've seen up to a foot of snow already. Red Rock has at least 5 inches on the ground. Beautiful pictures from there even before darkness last night. Summerlin has been reporting 4 to 5 inches in various neighborhoods of Summerlin north to south. Anthem has reported a couple of inches already. Mountain's Edge 2 inches. And McCarran, it's been record-setting snowfall for yesterday's date up until midnight. A ½ an inch of measurable snowfall. It is the second latest snow that we've had in the season, and also record snowfall for snow on yesterday's date. So let's get to the radar. All right, all the areas of white. This is over the last 12 hours. We rolled it back to the afternoon where it was rain. The rain pushed out and has been overtaken by snow, and we still have snow around west to north, and some areas even down around Green Valley still getting some snow this morning. What I noticed in the last few hours, though, is that some snow has turned quite heavy between I-15 and I-40 in California, south of Clark County, and now moving over into Arizona, where we have winter storm warnings in effect for very heavy snowfall expected there through the day. Our winter weather advisory is still in effect for Las Vegas and most areas of Clark County, especially to the east over into Arizona and south into California. We are still looking for 1 to 3 inches, 4 to 6 plus out on the west side, and we've already got a good foundation of that going since last night. 6 to 8 inches easily Mountain Spring Summit, and the Spring Mountains will keep that winter storm warning in place, just like all of Arizona, where we're getting that heavy snow already starting to crank now. Let me just explain kind of what your day looks like. The low itself is still way up here in northern Nevada. This is all the moisture that's being pulled up to the south of it, and will keep the snow showers going through the morning, maybe take a break midday and get more snow in the afternoon and evening. The thing is, it's hard to find any neighborhoods that are freezing. Cloud cover is kind of keeping temperatures just above freezing, but that's been a good thing for the roads. That means they're wet, not icy, and not a lot of the snow is sticking to the roads. Just barely into the upper 30s through the morning, 40 by noon, and at best low 40s today. And again, we might take a break midday and then see the snow and rain regenerate in the afternoon, and snow for the evening commute. All right, let's get to those roads with Nate, find out where the problem spots are. Nate, what's going on?
Well, the big news is that the roads are open. They are not frozen. I think that's going to be one of the factors that the Clark County School District takes into account. This is a live picture around Charleston and the 215 Beltway, and that street light is a perfect indicator of what's been going on. Sometimes there is snow showing there. Sometimes the snow is taking a break. The 215 itself is open and doing fine. The median area, that's where some of that snow is beginning to accumulate. And we showed you some pictures from earlier of snow at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. Now that has all melted, but folks are starting to gather. Las Vegas Boulevard is doing just fine. Now we do have a live camera around that power outage. This is around Maryland Parkway and Flamingo. Photographer Mark Muchler out there saying, yeah, the McDonald's is open. I don't think it's open, but the light's on. But anything east of Maryland Parkway, it looks like the power is out. So NV Energy is on top of that one. Meantime, back to the traffic maps we go, where the roads are in fine shape. A heads up for Highway 160, Mountain Springs, open after an earlier closure. Up on Mount Charleston, all roads are open, but chains or snow tires are required. We'll be watching it all morning long, especially John and Kirsten. People want to know about the school district.
And we will keep an eye on that. We should have an update in about an hour or so. So plenty of snow falling in different parts across the valley.
And our team outside is checking on conditions in certain areas. We're going to check in now with Nia Wong, who's live in Henderson. Hi, Nia.
Good morning, Kirsten and John. I am in Anthem, and this area reportedly got as much as 2 inches of snow. And for people waking up in this neighborhood this morning, well, they are going to see a whole lot of it. It's still covering here everywhere along Bicentennial and since the Anthem. But we do want to let you know that this is a wet, heavy snow. So take, for example, this tree over here. This can easily cause tree branches to snap. This is like a thinner tree. This can also have the same effect on those thicker trees. So just be mindful if you're out and about today. Best advice, though, you might want to stay in. However, if you do have to be on our roads, definitely give 5 to 6 seconds of buffer space between you and the next car. And the big one, go slow. Many people we spoke with said they pretty much had the same idea.
My uncle told me to drive as cautious as possible. So, but I'm really excited that it's snowing. It's snowing a lot right now, like a lot.
Yeah, before you head out, make sure you dust off that snow from your car, and also be sure to pack plenty of warm clothing, food, water, and have at least half a tank of gas in there just in case of an emergency. For now, reporting live, Nia Wong, 8 News Now.
All right, let's check in with Hector Mejia, who is live in Summerlin this morning. Hector.
Hey there, good morning. As you mentioned, we're in Summerlin where it's still snowing, and I'm in pure bliss right now because we're surrounded by so much beauty. And here last night, at least 4 inches of snow fell overnight, and this substance here is still pretty powdery. You can still play around with it, and I want to direct your attention up to that tree where you can see those clusters of some snow still hanging onto those branches. We're at the Vistas Park where it's covered in snow right by Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway. Now let's show you a shot of the snowflakes from earlier this morning falling gracefully, and a lot of heavier snow earlier. Well before midnight, this place was already covered in a blanket of snow, pulling people out of their homes for some fun out here in this wintry treat. And some who are not used to this in the valley said they agree it's such a rare thing to see.
I've been here my whole life, and it's only happened like twice that I can remember, so it's really cool to be able to experience.
She was already making a snow angel right before you guys came up.
His little shoulders.
A lot of fun last night, and lots of kids and adults in this neighborhood built their version of a snowman last night. And conditions out here, as we were driving up along the Summerlin Parkway, we did see some snow starting to accumulate on the edges of the roadway, but not along the lanes. And out here, as you can see, still snowing. So if you're in the area, why not come on out and have some fun in the snow? Reporting live, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
All right, Hector, thank you very much. It is 4 in the morning, but if you do want to play before you have to go to work or something, there you go. City of Las Vegas, making sure everybody has a warm place to sleep during the storm. There are 2 warming stations open just north of downtown. One at the Salvation Army near Owens and Main. That's open from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. The other is a block away at the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center. That one will be open 24 hours away. No one will be turned away there.
All right, if you're flying out of McCarran today, your trip might be affected, of course. There were significant delays last night. Things are running smoothly at this point, but always check with the airline for the status of your flight.
So here's the question. We mentioned it earlier. Will the snow affect school today? We are going to find out later this morning. Clark County School District says it's going to decide one way or the other at 5. We are keeping an eye on the private schools around the valley as well. Just keep checking the website, lasvegasnow.com. Stay with us here on Good Day. We'll have updates all throughout the morning.
There is one shutdown to alert you about this morning. Nellis Air Force Base is closed. Only mission essential personnel should report to work. Our weather team, of course, will continue to track the latest on the storm throughout the Good Day newscast and during our evening show. Stick with us here on 8 News Now and on LasVegasNow.com.
10 minutes past 4 in other news. Metro Police says they found ricin in an apartment where a man died. Monday, 36-year-old Matthew Friedman was found dead inside a home near Flamingo and Decatur. The ricin discovery caused a lockdown Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. An autopsy will be performed to determine the exact cause of Friedman's death. Police say they have not found the poison anywhere else near his apartment, and there's no danger to the public. 4:11 on your Thursday morning. Two things we don't normally see in the valley: snow and thunderstorms. What happens though when you combine them?
Ooh, yeah. You're going to have to see it and hear it to believe it. We're going to have it coming up after.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swinsk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
14 past the hour. Live shot there headed toward Red Rock, where it got at least 5 inches of snow. We'll be gathering the accumulations throughout the morning. And of course, we'll have the latest on the CCSD start time, as well as what's happening with that coming up at 5 a.m.
Ooh, listen to that. That's from a Ring camera in Cumberland, Maryland, catching thunder snow on their doorbell camera, something we don't get here very often. The only question is, where's Jim Cantori when you really need him? 4:14 here on your Thursday morning. So we've been getting some incredible shots from our viewers of all the snow here around the valley.
Yep, we're going to take a look at how you across the valley enjoying the weather. Stay with us.
The $4 fish sandwich combo. You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
Plenty of people taking advantage of the weather, the snow in Las Vegas. By the way, this is Las Vegas for the record. Video sent to us from John Bygrave. They're sledding in Madeira Canyon. Very cool. She's getting a pretty good little bit of speed going there. So here's Stephanie Yasik. She's also ready to do some snowboarding in Spring Valley. That's sledding in Spring Valley, people.
Very fun.
That doesn't happen.
All right, Metro Southern Valley Command sent out this photo with the caption, "Snow on patrol cars, definitely not a sight we see every day." And that's for sure. Let's check in now with Sherry and get the latest.
It has just been so fun so far because, you know, other than the power outages and maybe a tree limb down here or there, it hasn't been too serious. And that's the great news. We watch our cameras across the city and occasionally we see snowflakes flying there so far. We have not had many, if at all, freezing neighborhoods. I'm just starting to see Mountain's Edge to Anthem get those temperatures down around the freezing mark, and really the cloud cover has helped temperatures stay above freezing. Of course, it's been down into the teens up on the mountain where we've had some very heavy snow, 10 to 12 plus inches of snow. No reports from Lee Canyon, but they've easily, Echo Canyon up there in Mount Charleston, that neighborhood reported 10 inches last night, so I'm sure they've been piling on the snow since then. Pahrump, you picked up a little bit of snow last night, at least a half an inch, maybe closer to an inch now. Red Rock, 29 degrees, and we're thinking less than 6 inches of snow, but no official reports from Red Rock. And we'll be keeping you informed as to whether they're going to open the loop or not open the loop, depending on snow across the road, scenic loop there. 33 in Mesquite, 34 in Boulder City. You've had some snow. Kingman is getting heavy snow right now. As we look at what to expect for your snowy Thursday, so morning snow showers, then kind of turning rain to snow mix. We might actually get a break midday and then more rain, snow through the afternoon, turning to snow this evening. Heavy snow will continue for the mountains and northwest Arizona, especially 1 to 3 inches collecting in valley neighborhoods other than Summerlin, where we've already gotten 4 to 5+ inches. And you saw Hector out there live. It is amazing. You know what I love about snow? Slow mowing snow. That's not easy to say, guys. Slow mowing, slow motion snowfall. It is absolutely beautiful. Some of these flakes have been they're huge and they're just so fluffy. Others have come down kind of wet and mixed with rain and have been clumpy. Other videos that we've been getting as well, 215, and let's see, this was Maria Legg. Tell me again, Johnny, in my ear, where is this video from, or these pictures from? Can you give me the look? Far Hills in 215. Thank you so much. We've gotten so many and we want them, as many as you can post and send us. Thank you so much. But you can see a few inches collecting on the palm trees there. All right, let's go to the video. So as we look at the bigger picture, I rolled that. This is just the last 3 hours. We've really been seeing a lot more snow now south of Clark County, headed over into northwest Arizona. Kingman's getting heavy snow. All along US 93, we're starting to see the snow intensify. And we've got this circulation that continues to kind of spin and respin snow a little bit through the city, more out to the west and over towards the mountains. So that's still going across State Route 160, Blue Diamond Road. And that's why we say there's this band that's just going to continue to regenerate snow showers through the morning hours. And I know Clark County School District is watching this just like you are, because they're trying to make their decision about whether school is in session today or not. Record-setting snow so far, a ½ an inch officially for Las Vegas, but I'm sure that's going to be adding up through the morning. Winter weather advisory still in effect, and we'll be adding up to 4, 5, 6+ inches of snow for West Valley neighborhoods through the morning. And again, through the mountains, over a foot easily, I'm sure. So we've got that winter storm warning for northwest Arizona, for our local mountains, and that will continue even up into Lincoln County, although we have not seen, I went back 12 hours on the radar, we have not seen that much snow to the north of us. There it says getting started in Utah. I think it's going to spin its way back up into Lincoln County and get some heavier snow. The low's way up here. We still have a ways to go, and it'll take all day for that low to drop into southern Nevada. 23 on the mountain, very heavy snow, and also winter weather travels. Expect snow chains, tires, and Nate will give you all the particulars on what you need up there. Maybe we'll get to 43 degrees today. Snow turning over to rain snow and then back to snow in the evening. Should be ending overnight. Clouds burning off to sunshine tomorrow, and look at the nice warm up as we get into some 50s, even 60s next week. Nate, I don't know if I want the snow to end. It's just been such a wonderful sight so far if everybody's careful this morning.
And the main thing also for transportation is the roads. The water on the roads is not freezing, so I think that's going to be a factor for the Clark County School District as well. We're all waiting just like you are. Meantime, here's 215 Beltway around Charleston, and this camera has been a great indicator of whether the snow is falling or whether it's taking a break. The overhead signal down there, the traffic light, it is definitely showing snow. The freeway is fine. Charleston is fine. The median, that is a different story, and a lot of folks taking pictures last night as snow began to accumulate at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign at Las Vegas Boulevard south of Russell. But right now, that is all melted. Some folks are still gathering out there, as we are as well. Meantime, the freeway system is great. Again, the roads are wet. They are not frozen. You want to know about getting out of town? Highway 160 is open. It was closed for a little while last night. It is open, as are all the roads on Mount Charleston, but chains or snow tires are required for 156, 157, and 158. We are monitoring just like you all morning long. Be careful out there. John, Kirsten.
All right, thanks, Nate. Of course, humans not the only ones enjoying all the snow.
No, that's right. Even animals are enjoying winter weather. How man's best friend is loving the snow in Las Vegas on the
watching 8 News Now. Good day.
The Mississippi Sheriff's Office came to the rescue of this woman after rising water trapped her inside her vehicle. The water rescue happened in Tupelo. As you can see here, the woman had to crawl out of the car window into the sheriff's vehicle. She made it safely into the other vehicle without any issues. All right, let's show some video of some dogs playing in the snow.
Yes.
We'd love to see that kind of video.
Back here in the valley, let's talk more snow, more winter. 2 dogs in the snow. This is near Charleston and Fort Apache. Hey, what are you doing? Leave me alone. I told you I buried that stick in the backyard. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't.
Are these Matt Adams dogs? Because he sent in, our chief photographer sent in video last night. I thought it might have been his dogs, but they're beautiful. Send us your videos, send us your pictures. I'm sure you were out and about last night. I heard the neighborhood kids screaming around 9-ish, and I was like, oh, that must be the snow. But I remember a kid, how excited I was as a kid.
That's what you do. We've got complete snow storm team coverage coming up right after this on Good Day.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now. Good day.
Snow in some parts of the valley this morning from the Strip to Henderson. We have all the details on this winter storm.
Look at some of the video you see on the left of your screen from the Las Vegas Strip. On the right in Henderson from earlier, that's that fire, by the way, that's by nature. That's from the Mirage, right?
Yes,
yeah, okay.
yes.
It's not like something bad happened because of this storm.
Thank you so much for joining us here at 5:30. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
I'm John Langler. All right, so we expected the storm, Sherry.
Yes, we did, and it arrived just about on time. The rain started a little later into the middle of the commute, I should say, and then it turned over to snow. By the evening hours after dinner time, folks out west were playing in the snow. Now we kind of have a little bit of a foggy scene in some neighborhoods. Lots of moisture left hanging in the air, and we also have low clouds over over the valley. Now, snowflakes still flying in some areas. Other areas, it's kind of quiet and ended for now. But we are looking at a return of some snow through the morning hours. So maybe not all neighborhoods. And it's been very hard to get temperatures to drop through the overnight hours because of the low clouds. But we've got a couple of neighborhoods right around the freezing mark. Anthem, where you've had some good snow. Mountain's Edge, also some snow. And of course, heavy snow in the mountains overnight. Pahrump, you got a little snow last night. Just a little bit around the edges for you this morning. 29 at Red Rock, where there was very heavy snow. And Kingman has got the snow machine going this morning for sure. So we'll have morning snow showers around, then kind of a mix of rain and snow. Might even be taking a break midday. The snow will return in the evening hours, and it will definitely be very heavy as we get over into Kingman and through the mountains today. Easily Valley neighborhoods could see 1 to 3 inches. So as we do the latest radar, you can see things are pretty quiet now just south of the valley. But if you notice the rotation where it's still been going through the mountains over State Route 160 and Blue Diamond Road there, it is starting to swing around now back to Southwest Valley neighborhoods. Looks like it will cross back over I-15 and head over to areas again closer to Anthem and Inspirada and down in those neighborhoods. But up north, North Las Vegas, out to Centennial Hills, up to Providence, and out west in Summerlin, you still have some snow going this morning. And in the bigger picture, look at Kingman, Dolan Springs, all in Mojave County, and down south of Clark County, we've been getting areas of heavy snow. Winter weather advisory still in effect. It goes all through today into tonight and early tomorrow morning. That's for Las Vegas and areas mainly eastern Clark County, and then winter storm warnings for those areas where we're getting very heavy snow. We'll just get temperatures maybe into the low 40s. So be careful this morning if you're walking the dog, heading out to get the newspaper, or getting into your commute. And of course, Nate, everybody wondering what's going on with school. We're all waiting for the word from Clark County.
And we're monitoring their social media. Keep it right here. We'll let you know the absolute moment the Clark County School District announces their decision about school today. Right now, we've got a live picture, and it is still snowing out on the far west side of town. This camera at Charleston and the 215 Beltway. Now, the freeway is moving. Charleston is moving. You see some snow has accumulated, but it's definitely piling up on the medians. What about the Welcome to Las Vegas sign? There was snow there earlier last night. It appears to have all melted, but folks are still taking pictures. Big picture, freeways are open. They're wet. They are not frozen. Highway 160 to and from Pahrump is open. All roads on Mount Charleston are open. However, chains or snow tires are required. We'll keep you posted throughout the morning. John, Kirsten.
Thank you, Nate.
4:33, so snow is still coming down in some parts of the valley right now.
Yes, we're going to hit our storm coverage in the west with Hector Mejia, and he's been busy making, don't let him fool you folks, he's been busy making snow angels and snowmen, haven't you, Hector?
Yes, I have, Kirsten, and it's because we have a picture-perfect scene out here in Summerlin. The powdery substance here, as you can see, still very powdery and a lot of snow here. Just a few minutes ago, actually, we saw a palm tree frond fall from the weight of the snow, and it's because at least 4 inches of snow fell here in this area overnight. And earlier tonight, it wasn't hard to find people building a lot of snowmen and having fun and doing those snow angels. A blanket of snow covered the Vistas Park here well before midnight near Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway. Such a beautiful sight to see. One woman we talked with hopes there's a snow day in store for kids so they can just enjoy the day outside.
I hope it does. I hope all the kids can come out here and play. It'd be great. I hope it does. Snow days where you lived for them. You lived for them. Colorado was great.
If you're headed out this morning, agencies cannot stress enough to take it slow. The last winter storm from just a few days ago led to so many crashes, dozens of them actually. We drove up here along the Summerlin Parkway. Conditions were okay, but they can change in a matter of minutes. That's the latest here from Summerlin. Let's send it all the way down to Henderson with Nia Wong with an update on the conditions there. Nia.
Hector, I'm down in the Anthem area, and just a couple of seconds ago, it just started snowing again. It had been clear and just foggy when we arrived about an hour ago, but yeah, it is picking back up, and you can see a nice layer on the ground and covering those trees. We reportedly got around 2 inches of snow in the Anthem area overnight. As you can see, people are back on the roads, and that's something to consider. If you do have to drive, you have to keep these winter driving tips in mind. You have to give yourself at least 5 to 6 seconds of buffer time between your car and the car in front of you. Also, drive slow. That's a big one. If you have to accelerate or deaccelerate, make sure that's slow as well. And also, before you head out the door, dust off the snow from your car and make sure you pack warm clothing, food, water, an ice scraper if you have it, just in case you do face an emergency on these roads. It is really serious. NHP tells us that during the last snowstorm, they had to report to 32 crashes within a 5-hour period. Right now, it's all hands on deck for NDOT, and they are prepared to bring out the big equipment if necessary. For now, reporting live in Anthem, Nia Wong, 8 News Now.
Thank you, Nia.
All right, so despite the snow, things are running pretty much smoothly over at McCarran Airport. There were some delays, though, last night, again, because of the winter weather. If you're flying out this morning, make sure you check with your airline for the status of your flight.
And we're still waiting to see how this may impact our local schools. CCSD expects to give us an update by 5 this morning. We do know Nellis Air Force Base is closed today, except for mission essential personnel. Keep it right here on Channel 8 and check our website, LasVegasNow.com, for updates as well.
Our weather team is going to be tracking the storm throughout Good Day, throughout our evening newscasts, online, on the web, telepathy, all things you need to know. Stay with 8 News Now and LasVegasNow.com.
438. Body cameras coming to the North Las Vegas Police Department. City Council members approved a contract this week to equip all police officers with them. Within the next 2 months, 223 officers and 139 police vehicles are expected to have the technology. This makes North Las Vegas the last department in the valley to do so, after state leaders passed a law last year requiring all officers to have those cameras by July of 2018. Well, again, folks, we have loved sharing all of your snow pictures.
Be sure to send them with us, pics at LasVegasNow.com. Here's a couple of them as we head to break. We're back with more snow coverage on the Valley's News Leader.
And the Valley Automall. See you when you get here.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swensk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
441, a live look at Charleston and 215 right now. This is a live picture from the west side of the valley. We should tell you we just got a phone call from Clark County School District. There will be snow, or there will be school today. I beg your pardon. Despite the snow, there will be school today. Clark County schools are holding sessions. We just got that word from Clark County School District, so get your book bags and lunch bags ready.
Make those school lunches, parents. All right. Well, it doesn't take a blizzard to build snowmen here in town. Oh, look at this cute little snowman. Ileana Martinez sent us this photo. She said everyone was excited to see the snow. That's her 2 boys there with their little snowman.
One of many pictures and videos we've been getting. So again, Clark County schools, there is school today.
In session, no late delay, so they start right on time, folks.
All right. Well, here at 8 News Now, we cover a whole lot of topics, but none come close to new math.
Just ahead, I try my hand at teaching in our Do Your Job series. Stay with me.
.53-9292.
You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
We love our teachers. They are amazing, nurturing, extremely patient, especially at the elementary school level. That's where I jumped into the teacher role for a good portion of the day as part of our Do Your Job series.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Good morning, kids. Come on in. Let's start this day. How's it going? It's intimidating, a big responsibility to instruct some 24 8-year-olds. All right, thanks everybody for having me. I needed some insight first from their real teachers, Mrs. Lauren O'Farrell and assistant teacher, Miss Ashley Slater. My name is Mrs. Kirsten Joyce.
You always have to be one step ahead of them to keep them engaged.
We explore the morals and lessons of Mrs. O'Farrell's favorite book. It's called Ordinary Mary's Extraordinary Deed.
Oh, the kids are so fun to teach and they have so many ideas. They're going to want to talk the whole time.
Extraordinary is a great word. Very good, Lou.
Yeah, I'm very poor.
Wow, I love all your input. My job was to keep them on task, but I got a little off course. What would you bake?
Maybe cookies.
Ooh, good call. Very good call.
Chocolate chippy.
Extra chocolate chip.
Maybe you could like work on just not answering so much questions, but I love that you do that, but it just took up a lot of the story time, which took a little bit longer than I thought.
We're going to get back on track, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Constructive criticism from my own daughter. I've got it. More focus for the next lesson. We're going to be learning all about buoyancy, things that float on the water, right? Time to delegate. I'm going to put you girls in charge. Can you please pass out a pink paper to each of the partners, okay? Us teachers are going to go fill the bins and get everything ready for the barge experiment. How's the experiment going?
Good.
How many did you get on so far?
18.
18. What happened after 18?
Our boat sunk.
Oh, what could you do better next time?
Maybe add the walls a little higher. Right now it's 4. Right now it's 4, but I think we're, oh no, sinks! Only 5. So Mia's prediction was correct.
So let's look at their design.
I let the pros sum up the lesson and realized it's break time for everyone. The next part is recess. We're going to excuse you, go have fun for recess, and then the best part, get excited to come back and learn math! Okay, many of us struggle a bit with math. I was certainly comfortable teaching the way I learned it. And there we go, we're regrouping here, and the saying is?
More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more.
But find it a lot more challenging to tackle the Common Core way.
What goes on the right side of your number line?
Thank goodness teachers today can do it all.
There's more than one way to get an answer in math, just to prepare them for their future.
The students were fantastic, pure whippersnappers, and kept me entertained.
Wow.
I figured we need a little dancing to end it, you know?
Oh, that is wonderful. You had them right here, Kirsten, right in the palm of your hand.
And does it help if you give the teacher an
yes,
apple?
it does. A+, Nathaniel.
Yeah, bribery. I'm going to push you down on the
I don't want to have to
playground.
stay after school or go to the principal's office.
That was fantastic. And I love the reaction when he said, here, let's do some math. And there was this like,
What was it? Down on the floor and catch it. What was the
get
saying?
some more. I can't even
Out the
tell you.
door.
I was just soaking it all up because the kids were helping to teach me at times. So yeah,
that was
they
fantastic.
were a lot of fun.
So
What a
teachers
great
have a hard job every day.
They really do.
And we should point out they are going to be in school today.
They are on the job today.
Clark County School District just said there will be school
in
today.
session.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry
Despite the
teachers,
snow.
no snow day for you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That was awesome, Kirsten.
Yes,
Thank you much.
Beautiful job. All right, we're looking outside live this morning. Parking lots all across the valley with cars outside are going to have snow piled on them, various amounts depending on the neighborhoods, of course. Let's go to downtown Summerlin where we've been getting pictures in and videos. And wow, the snow out there quite heavy last night. Just magical. Douglas Kranz sent in some beautiful pictures looking out across the lights, the palm trees, where you could see the shopping area there was just covered in white. Started in the early evening hours, really changing over to snow very, very quickly, and 4 to 5 inches of snow that's piled up in West Valley neighborhoods. And we've had snow heavy at times all the way up to Centennial Hills and Providence, down to the Southwest Valley and Mountains Edge, and around to even Southern Highlands where we've been getting some good snow. But boy, beautiful sights there. Really, really pretty. All right, so you got a bus stop forecast, kids. I'm going to give it to you early. Some various snow showers around, still fairly consistent, moderate to heavy snow at times out in West Valley neighborhoods. Hector Mejia is out there live this morning. We may take a break midday, late this morning, midday, and then snow rain mixed as we get through the day. So waterproof jackets and hoodies is a really good idea. 10 to 12 plus inches of snow easily in the Spring Mountains so far. At least 5 inches of Red Rock. We haven't had word yet on whether the loop will be open or closed. 4 to 5 inches in Summerlin. Anthem a couple couple of inches, Mountain's Edge about 2 inches, and it's been record setting for McCarran. Officially a half an inch of snow for yesterday's date, and of course it's been snowing overnight, so that will probably be adding up even more. But this is what were some of the concerns. The weight of the snow. This is Desert Inn and Wallapai. Trees are starting to come down, tree limbs I should say, very heavy under the weight and that snow. We're still seeing the current radar shows white out west. Some of that snow swinging around south of town now across I-15, and up north you're still getting some snow, and even up to Nellis, which is closed today, by the way. We'll have more on that. Heavy snow across US 93 and down between I-15 and over towards I-40. That's into Southern California. Winter weather advisory still posted for Clark County, including Las Vegas, up to Mesquite, down to Laughlin, all areas in between, not including Indian Springs and Southern Nye County. You're not included in that either. Pahrump, you've had a little snow. Indian Springs, you're kind of on the cusp of the snow right up here on US 95. Winter storm warnings, though, for northwest Arizona. That will continue. Wow, they're going to continue to have very heavy snow. And the low itself, way up north, is still yet to drop south into the area today. So the circulation is ahead of the actual storm. So again, there might be a little break in between, but then more snow and rain to this afternoon into tonight. Could be ending before daybreak tomorrow, though. 23 on the mountain. Winter weather driving. Look for very heavy snow up there. 43 for the valley. And we're not really down to freezing yet for many neighborhoods, just a couple. And maybe some breezy winds, too, as that system really drops in later today and tonight. It should be gone by tomorrow. Clouds turning to sunshine, upper 40s. Look at the 50s for the weekend, even warmer 60s next week, which means the mornings warm up. Everybody's been asking. This has got to be one of the coldest Februaries, and we are getting in the top 5 of chilliest Februaries. We'll know by the end of the month. All right, let's get to the roads with Nate.
The other thing everyone's been asking, Sherry, and we're going to keep talking about it because you're just tuning in, you're just waking up. School is open. A tweet from the school district saying all reports say it's safe to drive. However, they say they're going to continue to monitor conditions, keeping families and community up to date. They say they'll determine by midday whether to have after-school activities based on weather conditions, but school is in session today. Now, here we are looking at Charleston and the 215, just seeing a tow truck take away a car that slid. You see snow is still falling on the western 215 Beltway. This is Charleston. There's the 215 kind of out of view. Here is the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. We were taking pictures of people taking pictures as the snow fell last night. Right now, those roads are just wet. That snow all melted, but people are still taking pictures at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. Freeways all open. Roads are wet. We don't have reports of anything freezing on the roads at this time. Back and forth to Pahrump, Highway 160 is open after a brief closure last night. Up at Mount Charleston, all highways are open, although chains or snow tires are required for Highway 156 up to the Lee Canyon ski area, 157 up to Kyle Canyon, and 158 that traverses both 156 and 157. Again, school is open. We'll keep an eye on the roads for you all morning long. John, Kirsten.
Thanks, Nate.
It is 4:54 on your Thursday morning. More winter storm coverage coming up right after this.
Yep, stay with us right here, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Call 1-800-FAST-FIT.
You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
Impact outside the classroom. Yesterday, dozens of local teachers were honored for going above and beyond for their students.
It was wonderful to be here to know that there were so many of us that had taken the challenge, because it's definitely a step to make a commitment and a lot of work to put into it. So it's wonderful that we all got to be recognized.
So that group recently became National Board Certified Teachers after going through a 2-year certification process. Clark County School Superintendent Dr. Jesus Jara was there to honor the 128 Valley teachers. It's one of the highest accreditations a teacher can receive. It was the largest graduating class of teachers the district has ever seen.
How about a snowman enjoying the view at one of the city's most iconic bars? This guy built at the Voodoo Lounge high atop the Rio Hotel. Thanks to Renee Gill for sending it in. Barfly snowman. He's got olives for eyes, a cherry for a nose, a lime wedge for a mouth. How appropriate.
And it's a good way to keep your cocktail nice and chilled, to stand out in the cold. Snowman knows, Frosty knows what's going on. We're back after this on 8 News Now.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now. Good day.
5 o'clock on this gorgeous morning, blanketed in snow across parts of the Las Vegas Valley twice in 1 week. Last night, we caught up with these visitors at the Welcome to Las Vegas site, all taking photos with the snow, John.
You got to do that because it doesn't happen very often. Here are some other clips that viewers sent us from Sky Canyon to the southwest to Henderson. And in some parts of the valley, the snow is still coming down this morning. Thank you for waking up with us here on the Valley's News Leader. I'm John Langler.
And I'm Kirsten Joyce. And despite the snow, Clark County School District says there will be school today.
And they will determine later on today if after school activities will be canceled again because of the snow. There's a lot of athletics going on as well. The last time we had snow, proper snow in Las Vegas, was back in 2008. That's a long time ago.
It certainly is. We continue our snow coverage at this hour with Sherry and Nate, also Nia and Hector out in the elements. Let's first head it over to Sherry with the latest on the forecast.
Yeah, we had some video last night of the Faith Lutheran girls lacrosse team out playing practicing in the snow out on the field. So, you know, athletes are hardy, that's for sure. Let's get to some of your snow totals so far. Since the overnight and late night hours, Mount Charleston working on a foot of snow up there. Red Rock Canyon at least 5 inches. We're guesstimating, we haven't heard officially, but Summerlin neighborhoods just to the east of Red Rock, of course, have 4 to 5 inches easily have been piling up. And I mean, it was at times just coming down. It almost looked at the flakes as big as your fist. They were just so big, and it's still quite heavy out there this morning. Anthem, a couple of inches, Mountain's Edge, about the same, and officially record-setting snowfall at 1/2 inch officially for yesterday's date up until midnight for Las Vegas. Record-setting and in the second latest time in the season that we've had snowfall, measurable snowfall. 35 degrees, kids. We're running the bus stop forecast because you are heading to school today. We'll look for snow this morning, kind of turning to rain-snow mix. Might even get a break midday around lunch hour, and then 43, and it looks like snow will return in the afternoon and evening. Not too many neighborhoods have dropped to freezing. Outside the valley, yes, but inside the valley, southwest and south valley neighborhoods, teens up on the mountain. Latest radar shows that it's been consistent out to the west and through the mountains, and then we've seen it just kind of swinging to the south and of the valley and along I-15. Still some snow showers in North Las Vegas to the northeast. Boulder City, you've had a little bit of a break. Now you've got a few flurries. Kingman has really started having some snow cranking in the last couple of hours, and down around Interstate 40 south of Clark County. We still have that winter weather advisory in place. Some areas 1 to 3 inches. Again, South Valley 4 to 6 easily cumulative in West Valley neighborhoods, 6 to 8 Mountain Springs Summit. And again, to the northeast up into Utah, maybe a couple of more, maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow as we get through the day. US 93 is going to be, oh wow, heavy snow through the day with winter storm warnings. And we will continue to look for heavy snow in the mountains, winter travel conditions up there. For video, gosh, we've just been getting it from everywhere. We appreciate everybody's videos. It's so beautiful to look at. We've had it from the parks, from your neighborhoods. Absolutely beautiful. Look at Espy Casillas. Gorgeous right there under that snowy tree out there at Mesas Park. Kate Norton of her backyard in the Mesas of Summerlin. And gosh, snowboarding in Las Vegas in February. All right. Well, that's what Stephanie Yasik was doing last night. Beautiful. But some tree limbs down. Be careful stepping out for the newspaper, walking the dog. The sidewalks, the driveways are slippery, and so are the roads. Speaking of roads, all righty, let's get to those roads, Nate. What's going on out there?
Well, we want to make sure we're going to keep driving this point home. A tweet from the Clark County School District just about 20 minutes ago. School is open. They say it's safe to drive. They're going to continue to monitor, and they will continue to keep us updated. In the meantime, a really cool tip from a Clark County School District bus driver who posted a comment on our Facebook page saying, hey, yeah, school is open, but guess what? Because of weather conditions, there's a chance that your school bus may be a little bit late. So school is open, school buses are running, but allow some leeway for your school buses because they may be driving in slushy conditions. Here's a live picture. Snow still falling over Charleston and the 215 Beltway. So this is Charleston, and snow is beginning to stick. The 215 itself is moving along. Now we'll check in on the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. People were taking snow pictures last night. Looked like it's just wet there. Now, speaking of what's going on, we do have a live picture for you. This is out by Maryland Parkway in Flamingo, where NV Energy is working on a power outage to, I believe it's several thousand people. So we don't have that live picture from oh, no live drive. All right. So the freeways themselves are looking good. Real quickly on the highways, Highway 160 is open between Las Vegas and Pahrump. Up on Mount Charleston, all roads are open, but the Nevada Highway Patrol saying, please be careful out there. A trooper was hit while answering a traffic call at the 95 at Eastern. Not injured, but you've got to take it easy. So speaking of the snow, we showed you a live picture where it's snowing out in Summerlin. 8 News Now reporter Hector Mejia enjoying the snow as well. What do you got now, Hector?
Good morning to you, Nate. I sure am enjoying the snow. What's making this even more magical is just how slowly and peacefully these snowflakes are falling. And take a look at the other sides here, covered in snow. That flagpole up there, covered in snow, and that flag looks like it could be frozen. We're at the Vistas Park, where it's again covered in snow right near Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway. And we've learned at least 4 inches of snow fell in this part of town. And take a look, here's a shot of snowflakes gracefully falling here last night. Well before midnight, this place was already covered in a blanket of snow, pulling people out of their homes for some fun out in this wintry treat. Some who are not used to this in the valley said they agree it's such a rare thing to see.
I've been here my whole life, and it's only happened like twice that I can remember, so it's really cool to be able to experience it.
She was already making a snow angel, right? Yeah, right before you guys came up.
A lot of people having some fun out here in this neighborhood, both kids and adults. And right up here, we drove through the Summerlin Parkway. We saw some snow starting to accumulate on the edges of the roadway, and just, you know, be mindful of the road conditions, how they can change quickly. That's the update here from Summerlin. We're going to send it over to Nia Wong, who's in the Anthem area. Nia, how's it looking over there?
Well, Hector, snow is no longer falling here in Anthem, but we reportedly got around 2 inches of snow overnight, and some of that's still left over on the grounds behind me and all over the trees in this area. But I want to turn your attention to the roads over there. We've been seeing drivers starting to go out and about, some of them driving really fast, and that is not what you want to do. If you do have to be driving on our roads this morning, you're definitely going to want to pack some extra food, water, warm clothing just in case of an emergency. You also want to give yourself 5 to 6 seconds of space between your car and the next vehicle, and also drive slow. People we've been speaking with pretty much have the same idea.
My uncle told me to drive as cautious as possible, so but I'm really excited that it's snowing. It's snowing a lot right now, like a lot.
NHP says they reported 32 crashes in a 5-hour period during the last snowfall, and NDOT pretty much says it's all hands on deck, and they are ready to bring out the big equipment if necessary. Reporting live in Anthem, Nia Wong, 8 News Now.
Thank you, Nia. Of course, the city working to make sure everyone has a warm place to sleep. 2 warming stations are open just north of downtown. One at the Salvation Army near Owens and Main. It's open from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. The other is a block from there at the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center. That one is open 24 hours. No one will be turned away.
Despite the snow, things are running smoothly at McCarran Airport, although there were some delays last night. But if you're flying out this morning, make sure you check with your airline just in case to make sure your flight status is all on time. Stay with 8 News Now for all the latest on the snow across the valley. Obviously, we mentioned there will be school today, but if anything changes moving forward, we'll keep you updated on that. The hashtag SnowVegas, Vegas Snow. Tag your pictures, send us videos, give us a call, send us an email, or telepathy. It all works. And again, a reminder, there is school today.
10 past the hour, Samsung released one of its mostly highly talked about smartphones.
Coming up, we'll talk about this foldable smartphone and break down the specs and tell you when it's going to go on sale.
And Google is under fire for a hidden home security microphone. Why the company didn't disclose it on packaging.
now open in the Valley Auto Mall. You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swensk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
5:13 Thursday morning. If you're just waking up with us, look outside. You'll probably see snow because it's still falling in some parts of the valley.
That's right, but the roads are okay to drive on. CCSD says there will be school today. The school district giving the green light. All roads are safe.
And I'll point out, I know I just saw a tweet from CSN saying that their classes will be normal as well. CCSD, though, will determine later today if other after-school activities could be canceled. Keep sending us your videos, though, if you've got them. Here is some images. Snowboarding in Spring Valley. Not every day you get to do that. Not a whole lot of room to get some speed there, but still pretty cool to be able to snowboard in Spring Valley. Thanks, Stephanie, for sending us that video.
Oh, yeah, she was having fun
That's
for that. Yeah, and here's how things looked a few hours ago in the Valley of Fire, 50 miles north of town. Nicole Probst sent the video from the Moapa Paiute Travel Plaza.
Near the Valley of Fire.
Yes, that's right.
The Valley of Fire looks
further away.
Not a lot of travel plazas at the Valley of Fire itself, but nonetheless, still cool to see that it's not just in the valley here, but all around.
Oh, yeah.
Snow.
And over into northwest Arizona, Kingman's getting big snow. They're getting snow south of Clark County down into California. So there's going to be some heavy snow, and I can't wait for daylight when we can start getting some reports and some pictures from Red Rock up to Lee Canyon, Mount Charleston, those neighborhoods. We have low clouds. There's a pretty low ceiling over the valley, and that's reduced visibility to 3 to 5 miles at times. It's going to be a little foggy out there, especially in the rural areas as the air is pretty saturated. But what Nate and I have been saying all morning, very thankful that we weren't at freezing and below overnight, because that slushy, rainy mix on the roads probably would have been freezing, and that's what we don't want as everybody heads out for the commute this morning. Just above freezing for just about all valley neighborhoods from Summerlin to Sunrise Mountain to Green Valley. Seven Hills, you're right there at freezing, and Mountain's Edge just dropped below. So it is, it's just been a few neighborhoods on the bubble. Even Pahrump is above freezing this morning. You had a little snow last night, 29 at Red Rock, a lot of snow out there. A little snow up around Mesquite. Boulder City's picked up some snow, and Kingman's getting heavy snow, Laughlin as well. The big picture, of course, the East Coast, the Deep South, boy, they've had a big winter storm to deal with too, causing so many flight cancellations and delays. They're still dealing with that this morning, but that snow is ending for the Northeast, which is good. But back here at home, there is so much more to come because the low itself is still way up in northern Nevada. This is just all the beginnings of it that started last night, swinging through southern California and right here into southern Nevada. As we zoom in the radar, last night we started seeing rain turning over to snow in the late afternoon into evening. You see the green disappearing, being taken over by white. And the latest radar is showing that it's still snowing in the mountains, West Valley neighborhoods where you saw Hector Mejia, and has kind of been swinging to the southwest of the valley across I-15 and intensifying again down here along Interstate 40 up into Mojave County, where winter storm warnings are posted. Kingman expected maybe to get 6 or 8 inches of snow today, and still many neighborhoods could wind up with 1 to 3 inches, a half an inch to 2 to 4 inches on the way up to Utah today. 4 to 6 easily is what we've already seen in West Valley neighborhoods, Summerlin all the way down southwest. Wallapai, like up and down, has been getting some very heavy snow, and up to the northwest neighborhoods, Centennial Hills, Providence, and those areas, as well as, of course, up to the mountains. The videos have been just terrific, and we really appreciate those and all the photos. Wow! Who gets to sled on hills in Las Vegas? But John Bygrave, this is Madeira Canyon, actually just a little southeast of Anthem. Wow, fantastic video last night. Thank you so much. Kids having a wonderful time, because you do have to get up and go to school this morning. So yeah, Clark County schools are open, but just a beautiful, as Hector described it earlier, peaceful sight. I went out in my backyard last night and the patio table covered. Some of it coming down kind of clumpy, and then at other times just really feathery, just beautiful, beautiful snow. Lincoln County hasn't seen a lot, but you still have the winter storm warning in effect for you. Here's how your day is going to go. Snow showers still around this morning, maybe taking a bit of a break midday, and then that low drops in from the north, and the snow and the rain mix for the afternoon, turning back to snow for the evening, and then eventually ending overnight. Some breezy winds too to follow this system. Clouds to sunshine tomorrow. 50s and sunny, mostly sunny for the weekend, and warmer 60s for those of you who are kind of tired of winter. The 60s are coming back next week. Nate, who could be tired of the beautiful snow, except where you may have some problems?
Yes, you have to be careful driving in the snow and rain. A tweet from the Nevada Highway Patrol saying, yes, the freeways are clear, but last night at the 95 515 in Eastern, a trooper was hit while investigating a crash. Nobody hurt, but snow and slush were out there. You've got to slow down. The roads are open. That includes Charleston and the 215 Beltway, where the snow has been falling most of the night. We have our Hector Mejia out there, and he's really enjoying the snow, but drivers maybe not so much. We're checking in on the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. Snow there last night. It appears to have all gone by now. Folks are still taking pictures. So the freeways are open. A heads up that while school is open, in case you hadn't heard, but school bus drivers may be delayed on their routes because of the icy conditions. No delays for Highway 160, open between Las Vegas and Prep. It was closed for a little bit last night, all open right now. Same goes for Mount Charleston. All highways are open. 156 to Lee Canyon, 157 to Kyle Canyon, and 158 that goes between. John, Kirsten.
Thanks, Nate. Next on Good Day, Google clearing the air about a hidden home security microphone. Why the company says this was an error, not intentional.
And Samsung debuts its foldable smartphone, when you can buy it, and how much it'll cost to buy it.
And snow still coming down in parts of the valley. There is school today. CCSD says roads are safe to drive. We'll have more updates throughout the newscast. did not disclose a hidden home security microphone.
And Samsung has released the first foldable smartphone on the market. Diane King Hall live from Wall Street this morning. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning, John and Kirsten. Well, U.S. stocks closed higher yesterday following the release of minutes from the Federal Reserve's January policy meeting. The Dow jumped 63 points. The Nasdaq rose 2. The S&P 500 added 4. Google claims a hidden microphone in a home security device was not meant to be a secret. The tech giant acknowledged it made an error by not disclosing there was a mic in its Nest Guard product description. Now, earlier this month, Google announced a software update would make a Nest Guard voice controlled, and that's when owners found out the microphone even existed. Meanwhile, CVS Health's bottom line wasn't so healthy in its latest quarter, and it's predicting more difficulty this year. The drugstore chain says it lost $421 million in its fourth quarter. Blame that on a rise in costs and its 2015 takeover of a nursing home drug provider, which hasn't been very fruitful due to a decline in nursing home residents. And Samsung unveiled a new foldable phone that opens into a tablet. The South Korean electronics giant says the Galaxy Fold will sell for $1,980, essentially close to $2,000, when it's released April 26th. The device looks like a regular smartphone, but then opens to reveal a 7.3-inch display. Samsung also introduced accessories to compete against Apple yesterday, including wireless headphones. Kirsten and John.
That is really cool. I like the bigger print, too, when you open it.
It is.
They showed them off during CES.
It's cooler
here.
than I expected.
Yeah.
Yep. CES, exactly.
So we had a little bit
and
of snow,
how are you guys
Diane?
holding up in the snow, BTW? Yes,
Yeah.
Right?
I hear.
We're going to go make snow angels in a little bit.
You guys made it in? No. Yes.
That's news, too.
John's like, okay, this is news to me. Yes. And
no, it's cool.
Snowball fight, snowmen, you know, all that stuff.
Well, everybody was hoping for
I
a
hear the
snow
schools are
day.
open, so the kids aren't happy.
From school,
Yes,
exactly. They wanted to be able to hang out today, but you know what? Many parents are happy they're in school.
Get the school kids.
It's just so surreal to see snow fall with the backdrop of the Las Vegas Strip. It just doesn't happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I know. It's wild to me. When I heard, I was like, whoa. And twice recently, right?
Yes, in 1 week.
You're missing out, Diane. You're missing out.
She'll come one day when it's 120.
That's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. We got our snow here yesterday,
Fair.
too.
All right, Diane, have a good morning. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Bye, Diane.
5:25 on your Thursday morning. We continue our Do Your Job series with...
Ta-da! Check out the classroom. I spent the day as a teacher at a local elementary school. Boy, those teachers are incredible, folks. Stay with us.
Also, a thanks to our viewers who've been sending in pictures and video of the snow around the valley, from Summerlin to the southwest, Henderson and the Anthem area, the Valley of Fire area, the Strip. Remember, there is school today despite the snow, and there's also good day even with the snow. We're still on the air. Stick around.
Enough said. Call Ed. Now, live, this is 8 News Now. Good day.
6:30 on this Thursday. Good morning to you. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
I'm John Langler. There is school today. CCSD made the announcement about a half an hour or so ago. They say the school's gotten the green light. The roads are safe enough to use for the school buses and for the kids.
That's right. And they're also going to determine later today if after-school activities will be canceled. Now, the last time we had so much snow was back in 2008, of course. Yeah. Now, Metro Southern Valley Command sent out this photo with the caption, "Snow on patrol cars, definitely not a sight we see every day."
Another sight you don't see every day, snowmen having cocktails. This is from the top of one of the more iconic bars, the Voodoo Lounge. That's where that snowman was built, high atop the Rio Hotel. Thanks to Renee for sending out that video. A barfly snowman, olives for eyes, a cherry for a nose, and a lime wedge for a mouth, Kirsten.
Well, Christian Hill got some professional shots from the area around downtown Summerlin. Isn't this beautiful? He was out and about overnight, enjoying the snow with his dog Milo. And of course, there are still parts of the valley with snow coming down. Gorgeous dog there. We do continue our snow coverage with Sherry, Nate, Nia, and Hector. And we're first going to kick things off with Sherry.
All right. Thanks so much. That looks like the vistas right there.
Yes,
that turnaround. Oh, so pretty there. Yeah, and you know what? I think we've added to the population of Clark County overnight because there are snow people all over the place now. So we haven't counted them all, but they're everywhere, and you're going to see them as you get up and get out and about this morning. We've got low clouds over the valley. We do have some neighborhoods that are still getting snow showers. I think what's really saved us as far as the streets go is that we haven't had valley-wide freezing temperatures overnight. That's kept the slush and the rain and the wet roads from turning to ice. But a couple of neighborhoods down south and southwest are right around the freezing marker, just below, but just about everybody else a little bit above. Teens up on the mountain, winter weather driving conditions up there with heavy snow since last night and throughout the overnight hours. 29 at Red Rock, still good, waiting on word for the scenic loop. And out there, you know it's going to be photo opportunity galore once you get out into this area west of the valley. 33 in Pahrump. You haven't even been to freezing. You've had a little snow. Kingman is getting heavier snow now. And as we watch it, the snow showers recently in the last couple of hours have started wrapping around, heading down south of town across I-15 again. But we have quite a bit of the valley under snow and snow showers right now. And we'll continue to watch increasingly heavy snow over into northwest Arizona and along I-15. It's really the arteries in and out of town that we were really worried about as we get into our Thursday, the highways and the streets that could be covered with snow and really tie up traffic in and out of the valley. Winter weather advisories are still posted. Some of the snow totals have been phenomenal. 4 to 6 inches in West Valley neighborhoods, 1 to 2 easily, 2+ in Anthem in those areas. Take a look at some of our video and pictures. We're sharing them with you as we go along. This was a time lapse that we did in the evening hours from dusk to nighttime. You could see the clouds getting lower and the snow moving in. And then as we got into the evening, just beautiful photos. Thank you so much, Sandra Bird, sharing your pictures from the 215 and Far Hills, as the neighborhoods were just starting to be a winter wonderland. Alrighty, so we still have storm warnings to the northwest and our local mountains. Please be careful. If you don't have to be in the mountains, don't. And kiddos, it is a school day, so those backpacks and lunches, get them ready to go. We might take a break midday, but then the afternoon, more showers, kind of rain and snow into the evening. So everybody, please be safe on the roads. Let's get to Nate, find out where the troubles are.
Okay.
At 5:33.
Yeah, so roads are open, but okay, there's some things that you need to be careful of. You cannot drive quickly in snow and rain. A Nevada Highway Patrol trooper was hit during a traffic stop overnight at the 95, 515 and Eastern. Now, this tweet from the NHP says there were no injuries, but they're saying please allow extra travel time. And you will certainly need that, and that goes for this area on the west side of town. This is Charleston on top of the 215 Beltway. So the snow has been falling most of the night. In fact, you are seeing car tires tires making tracks in snow and slush. We have another view at that same location. Photographer Mark Muchler is out there with a street level view. Yes, the traffic is open, but as we drive, just like you are driving, you have to be careful. Snow is still falling and it is accumulating as you cross Charleston around the Red Rock Resort. Meantime, back to the maps we go, and there's a lot going on as far as the freeways and the snow continuing to fall. While the freeways are open, we've just gotten an updated report that while Highway 160 is open to and from Pahrump, chains or snow tires are required, and they're certainly required as you head up to Mount Charleston. So we've been following the snow along with you. We thank you so much for the photos and the videos. And in fact, out in the snow in Summerlin is Hector Mejia. He's been having quite a time all morning long. Hector.
Hey there, good morning, Nate. It's been snowing here nearly nonstop, and it's really making for a picture-perfect scene out here in Summerlin. The snow out here is so powdery and piling up on the trees. Take a look at this one right here. Those branches covered in so much snow, and there's no wonder at least 4 inches of snow fell in this area overnight, and it wasn't hard to find people here last night building their version of a snowman. A blanket of snow covered the Vistas Park well before midnight here near Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway. Such a beautiful sight. Now, there is school today for CCSD, but before we knew that, one woman we talked with was hoping there would be a snow day in store for kids so they can just enjoy the day outside.
I hope it does. I hope all the kids can come out here and play. It'd be great. I hope it does. Snow days where you lived for them. You lived for them. Colorado was great.
If you're headed out this morning, agencies cannot stress enough to take it slow. The last winter storm from just a few days ago led to so many crashes, dozens of them actually, and we've been here since around 3:30, 3:45 this morning, and it's been snowing this entire time, and obviously overnight. That's the update here in Summerlin. Let's send things over to the Anthem area with Nia Wong with an update on the conditions there. Nia.
Hector, the flurries have returned. I don't know what is up with the weather gods down here in Anthem. It's been snowing on and off throughout the morning. However, snow is still covering the ground in the area. People are starting to go out and about. They're driving around, and most cars we've seen are pretty good, but some other cars have a complete blanket on top of them. Make sure if you are heading out on the roads this morning, dust off that snow, pack some warm clothing, food, and water just in case if an emergency happens while you're driving in this snow. Also, be mindful. You definitely want to give yourself 5 to 6 seconds between yourself and the next vehicle. Also, drive slow. Just drive slow. These are dangerous conditions. NHP reported around 32 crashes within a 5-hour period during the last snowfall. NDOT says they are all hands on deck and they are prepared to bring out the big equipment if necessary. For now, reporting live in Anthem, Nia Wong, 8 News Now.
All right, Nia, try and stay warm. Meanwhile, the city is working to make sure everybody has a warm place to sleep. There are 2 warming stations open. Obviously, now we're about time to wake up. There's 2 warming stations that just said, one of them north of downtown at the Salvation Army near Owens and Main Street. It's open between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., which is almost over now. The other's a block away at the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center. That's open 24 hours. No one will be turned away.
As far as flights being impacted by the snow at McCarran, we're not seeing it's too bad, folks, headed in and out of our area. There are some flights on delayed. A couple have been canceled, but just as a reminder, check in with the airline, of course, before you head to the airport, and keep it right here on 8 News Now for the latest on what's happening across town with the snow. Of course, we've mentioned CCSD is in session today, and they will be alerting us throughout the day on whether or not after-school activities will be in effect. Remember to use the hashtag VegasSnow or SnowVegas. Send us your pictures and your video.
It is 5:38. We are doing, of course, this week our Do Your Job series, and this morning it is Kirsten's time.
Yes, I stopped in at a local elementary school to try my hand at teaching. It is a very challenging job, and kudos to the teachers out there.
News Now and Storm Tracker 8.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swensk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
And a good morning to you. We love our teachers. They are amazing, nurturing, extremely patient, especially at the elementary school level. That's where I jumped into the teacher role for a good portion of the day as part of our Do Your Job series.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Good morning, kids. Come on in. Let's start this day. How's it going? It's intimidating, a big responsibility to instruct some 24 8-year-olds. All right, thanks everybody for having me. I needed some insight first from their real teachers, Mrs. Lauren O'Farrell and assistant teacher, Miss Ashley Slater. My name is Mrs. Kirsten Joyce.
You always have to be one step ahead of them to keep them engaged.
We explore the morals and lessons of Mrs. O'Farrell's favorite book. It's called Ordinary Mary's Extraordinary Deed.
Well, the kids are so fun to teach and they have so many ideas. They're going to want to talk the whole time.
Extraordinary is a great word.
Compound word.
Very good, Lou.
Yeah, I'm very poor.
Wow, I love all your input. My job was to keep them on task, but I got a little off course. What would you bake?
Maybe cookie.
Ooh, good call. Very good call.
Chocolate chippy.
Extra chocolate chip.
Maybe you could like work on just not answering so much questions, but I love that you do that, but it just took up a lot of the story time, which took a little bit longer than I thought.
We're going to get back on track, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Constructive criticism from my own daughter. I've got it. More focus for the next lesson. We're going to be learning all about buoyancy, things that float on the water, right? Time to delegate. I'm going to put you girls in charge. Can you please pass out a pink paper to each of the partners, okay? Us teachers are going to go fill the bins and get everything ready for the barge experiment. How's the experiment going?
Good.
How many did you get on so far?
18.
18. What happened after 18?
Our boat sunk.
Oh, what could you do better next time?
Maybe add the walls a little higher. Right now it's 4. Right now it's 4, but I think we're, only 5. So Mia's prediction was correct.
So let's look at their design.
I let the pros sum up the lesson and realized it's break time for everyone. The next part is recess. We're going to excuse you, go have fun for recess, and then the best part, get excited to come back and learn math. Okay, many of us struggle a bit with math. I was certainly comfortable teaching the way I learned it. And there we go, we're regrouping here, and the saying is?
More on the floor, go next door, and get 10 more.
But find it a lot more challenging to tackle the Common Core way.
What goes on the right side of your number line?
Thank goodness teachers today can do it all.
There's more than one way to get an answer in math, just to prepare them for their future.
The students were fantastic, pure whippersnappers, and kept me entertained. All right, so I did not dare him $100 to do that. He did it on his own. But that is a fun or a wacky song that I thought would be a fun way to end the day. Big kudos to Chad Graves, photojournalist extraordinaire, who, he went above and beyond to capture as much as he possibly could. And it was just so much fun. And our teachers are amazing. My goodness, and the stamina they have. I was wiped out.
Stamina, patience, all of that.
Yes.
And they're working today.
Yes,
they are working
indeed. School is in session today. No snow days for anybody, folks.
No.
That was really fun. So how long did it take you to really get the hang of it, Kirsten?
I would say, I mean, to keep them on track, that could have been a problem all day long because, it's fun to chat with them about random things. They tell you, my cousin's going to have her kid on Valentine's Day, and then the next person talks about their cousin, and so it's a lot of multitasking.
Everything's a story.
Yes,
everything is desperately interesting.
Yeah. And then you have something tomorrow.
That's right. Last but not least, it's me. All right, so my Do Your Job is brewing beer. We went down to Love Lady Brewing down in downtown Henderson, and they gave me a chance to try and brew some beer.
Cool.
We did taste some beer, and I cleaned.
Oh, all right.
Which I was reasonably good at.
All right.
It was fun.
Well,
It was
let's see.
It was a lot of fun. It's a nice Friday thing, right? Brew some beer on a Friday.
Which
Which
is good way to end the week. Earned it by the time we get to tomorrow.
It is.
Yeah,
it's a tough day
cheers
today.
for everybody. Great job, Kirsten. That was
thank you,
really
thank you.
a lot of fun.
Thank you to Chad.
A lot of fun. You even got an apple from one of your students earlier this morning.
Yes, Mr. Nate Tannenbaum.
Nathan, going for the A+ this morning.
Thank you.
Teacher's pet. All right, as we look outside, we've got low clouds. Check out some of the snow totals that we've been adding up, and I think these are going to keep rising. Mount Charleston has seen at least a foot. We're waiting for Lee Canyon to report. We've got reports from Echo Canyon, a neighborhood up there in Mount Charleston. They were reporting at least 10 inches last night. Red Rock, no reports of whether the scenic loop will be open, but they've got at least 5 or more inches on the ground. Summerlin, 4 to 5 inches as we've been reporting, and I think that's going to wind up being more. It just looks tremendous out in West Valley. Anthem, 2+ inches. Mountain's Edge, you've seen a couple of inches, and officially ½ an inch, a record-setting snowfall for yesterday for Las Vegas. That's coming from the National Weather Service, so lots of records set. Check out this picture just sent to us by Melody Lowry. This is the Red Rock Country Club. She sent us several pictures via email. Look at the trees all laden with very heavy snow. That's why I think 5+ inches easily in some parts of the far west are going to wind up with snow totals just phenomenally. We have had some rain, and that's a little over 1/10 of an inch. Look where we are for the year, almost 3 inches of rain. We're almost 2 inches ahead for the year, almost, not quite. Morning snow showers, then maybe a change to rain snow, even a midday break before afternoon rain and snow turns to snow this evening again, and then very heavy through the day up in the mountain. Expect that to continue, as well as northwest Arizona, and then many valley neighborhoods could pick up 1 to 3 inches. Boy, we're seeing it fairly heavy over the North Beltway up to North Las Vegas, and moderate to heavy snow at times out to the west, the Beltway, Summerlin, southwest Blue Diamond. In those neighborhoods and across I-15, we've had some more snow resurfacing at times, and even a little bit out towards Boulder City again. Henderson, yours has been kind of spotty, but we expect that you'll get some more as we go on as well. Boy, we've seen all kinds of great video, wonderful pictures. Check this out. Dogs playing Fort Apache in Charleston last night. Love the video. The puppies love the snow, especially these dogs. I think were made for snow. I think their species was made for snow. And then the snow people, the snowmen, and all kinds of figures that are showing up. As you're driving out of your neighborhood, chances are you're going to see Golden Knights snow people, hockey players, and everything. I saw a couple of them in the Greenbelt areas of my neighborhood leaving out early this morning. So thank you for all those. And again, send them at social media, #SnowVegas or Vegas Snow, or responding to all of that. Winter weather advisories in place now all the way till early tomorrow morning. And again, the snow will just keep piling up. Winter storm warnings for all of Arizona and our local mountains, where we do expect winter weather driving conditions. Temperatures, not many neighborhoods down near freezing. Everybody's just barely above most neighborhoods. Slight break midday. And then again, as I say, rain, snow returns into snow this evening and tonight. All right, let's get on those roads. Nate, definitely has been a little challenging out there at times.
Yes, we're doing fine right now, but some reminders from the Nevada Highway Patrol. You've got to slow down in snow and rain. A trooper was hit during a traffic stop last night at the 95-515 in Eastern. No injuries reported, but please slow down. And you want to see what's going on? How about this live picture from the Regional Transportation Commission Fast Cam at Far Hills and the 215, crisscrossing tracks in the snow over the 215 Beltway. Meanwhile, we check in on the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. People were taking snow pictures last night. However, it looks like whatever snow was there has melted. There may be some little bit of rain falling. Meantime, we have the entire freeway system open, but be very careful out there. In fact, our Mark Muchler is on his way from the Summerlin area up to the school bus yard near the 215 and Ann Road, and he is driving, and it is snowing. You've got to be careful out there. Now, speaking of driving, we also wanted to check in on the mountain roads. Highway 160 open. However, you do have to have adequate snow tires or chains to get to and from Pahrump. And obviously, you got to have chains or snow tires on all the highways up at Mount Charleston. Stay with 8 News Now for the latest. Remember to use the hashtag VegasSnow and SnowVegas. Tag any pictures or videos. We love them. A reminder, there is school today. You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
Forecast only on 8 News Now.
You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
Well, good Thursday morning, everybody. Snow, my goodness, we got a lot of it. And it is still snowing in some parts of the valley. This camera right out there looks like it's joining just a little bit of a rain-snow mix, mostly just above freezing for most neighborhoods out there. Kiddos, I'm sorry, you didn't get your snow day. I know, you're not happy. 43 for the afternoon high, and in between this morning with snow showers. We could take a little break by lunchtime, but then see resurfacing snow showers and rain showers. Boy, it is concentrated right around Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and out west. A little rain off to the east, and we will be looking for that snow turning to rain as we warm up a little bit, getting to 40s, and then back to snow for the evening commute. And then overnight, the snow should be ending, pulling away from us. A little breezy tonight and tomorrow. Clouds turn to sunshine. 50s through the weekend, and look at those warmer 60s. Alrighty, that's kind of the February that we were used to over the last several years. 5:55, let's get to the roads. Nate?
55 past 5. Hey, the good news is we don't have a lot of crashes to report. Folks are doing a good job, but somebody ran into an NHP trooper during a stop at the 95 and Eastern overnight, so be careful out there. Here's a live look at the Far Hills and the 215. How about that? Car tracks crisscrossing in the snow. You can barely see the 215 itself, so this is Far Hills over the 215. As far as the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, it looks like whatever snow was going on there has stopped. It is just rain right there. Be careful all over town. We do have slow spots. We do also have a live picture from Mark Muchler, the 8 News Now videographer. He is on his way up to the school bus yard up at Ann Road in the 215. Do we not have Mr. Muchler? There he is. All right, this is a live picture on the 215 heading up towards Ann Road. And we also wanted to make sure you know that there are chains or snow tires required on a couple of the mountain roads. That includes heading over to and from Pahrump. So that's different than what we had been talking about earlier. You have to have adequate snow tires or chains, and you could probably figure you have to have snow tires or chains on all the highways up at Mount Charleston. Bottom line, be careful out there. John, Kirsten.
All right, thank you, Nate. Of course, we'll continue our snow coverage during our 6 a.m. hour.
We will have can look at the snowfall totals. We'll track the wet roads, the snowy roads. It's all coming up right here on 8 News Now. Good day, the Valley's news leader. Good morning.
More lawyer, less fee. Now, live, this is 8 News Now. Good day.
Waking up to snow, hard to believe, but it did fall across the valley overnight. Jorge Tellez sent us some video of snow falling on the strip near Mandalay Bay and the Luxor. We appreciate that, of course. We love to see the snow video.
Oh, thanks for joining us here on Good Day. I'm John Langler.
Yes, we know who I am.
Okay, fine. All right, so we've got snow from all over the valley. You can see from the strip, also from Summerlin. It's been falling for the past several hours, still falling out in Summerlin.
Yeah, and while it's unusual for our area, we've learned that Clark County schools will open today. Everything will be in session, but keep in mind that school buses might be running a little late since they're not used to that weather and want to be extra cautious on the roads. We've also learned CSN will have classes today.
So will UNLV. Nellis Air Force Base, though, is closed except for necessary personnel. Let's go to our team coverage of the snowstorm. Sherry and Nate standing by here. We're looking at the radar and the slick spots on the roads. Nia Wong down in Henderson, but we start with Hector Mejia live in Summerlin this morning. Hector, still getting some snow right now.
That is correct, John. Good morning to you. And the snow is falling so peacefully and with such elegance. It feels truly magical out here. And just follow me. Overnight, at least 4 inches of snow fell here, and this is still a very powdery substance sticking onto the trees above. You can see some clusters of that snow hanging onto those branches. We're at Vistas Park, where it's covered in snow just near Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway. And take a look at this shot of snowflakes gracefully falling here overnight. Well before midnight, this place was already covered in a blanket of snow, pulling people out of their homes for some fun in this wintry treat. Some who are not used to this in the valley, actually many people agree it's such a rare thing to see.
Life, and it's only happened like twice that I can remember, so it's really cool to be able to experience it.
She was already making a snow angel right before you guys came up.
The kids and adults in this neighborhood built their version of a snowman here last night, and we're starting to see some more people arrive to enjoy the sights and have some fun in the snow. We'll be working to talk with them. That's the latest out here in Summerlin. Let's send things over to the Anthem area with Nia Wong with an update on the conditions there. Nia.
Good morning, Hector. The flurries have now turned into snow. It is coming down pretty steady down here in Anthem, just joining the 2 inches of snowfall we got last night, and it's still covering the ground, and it's going to come down a little bit stronger. But I do want to turn your attentions to the roads. People are out and about driving, trying to get to wherever they need to go. We do need to give you some tips. If you are going to be driving, you want to give yourselves at least 5 to 6 seconds of buffer time between you and the vehicle next to you. Also, you definitely want to drive slow. We have seen some drivers speed up a little bit, and yeah, that's the opposite. Slow down. And for other people we've spoken with, they pretty much have that idea.
My uncle told me to drive as cautious as possible, so but I'm really excited that it's snowing. It's snowing a lot right now, like a lot.
Also, if you're going to be driving, you want to dust off that snow. You want to clear up the visibility before you actually hit the roads. And actually, you might consider packing some warm clothing, extra food, extra water, an ice scraper, just some tools with you just in case you do face an emergency while you're driving. Reporting live, Nia Wong, 8 News Now. For now, I'm going to send it over to Sherry.
All right, thanks so much, Nia. All right, so let's show you where it is snowing. These are our live cameras. This is Westcliff and Rainbow. They're having a snow special. There's no extra charge for all the snow on your rooftop this morning, but man, it is really coming down. Temperatures are just above freezing for most valley neighborhoods. Other side of town is also getting some snow, as you saw Nia down around Anthem. We've got our Boulder Station camera, I think, where we've also got some snow. I know Nate's busy with some accidents, but we'll show you those cameras as we get through the hours. Let's give you some totals just so you can kind of have an idea of how it's been piling up. We know they've had at least a foot up at Mount Charleston, and even below the ski resort, they're getting close to 12 inches. Red Rock, 5+, Summerlin, 4 to 5, maybe even 6+ now, since it's been snowing since the dinner hour out in the West Valley neighborhoods. Anthem, a couple of inches, Mountain's Edge, but everywhere from up and down Wallapai up to Centennial Hills, Sky Canyon, Providence, those neighborhoods, all the way down to the Southwest Valley. Half an inch officially for Las Vegas. It's record setting for us for many reasons. I'll explain that more coming up in the later this half hour, but let's check out that radar. We've got snow over North Las Vegas, the far north end of town. You could see it where Nia is in the South Valley, and definitely out west where Hector is, and across Blue Diamond Road, State Route 160, and even up into the Moapa Valley. Very heavy snow has been falling over into Mojave County, where we have winter storm warnings. Right through the middle of town, eastern Clark County, we have winter weather advisories. Those have been in effect since last night and will stay until early tomorrow morning. Easily, some neighborhoods are going to pick up 1 to 3 inches and maybe a half a foot by the time we're done out in Summerlin today. Snow showers this morning, kids, as you head out for school. It is a school day. I'm sorry you're not getting your snow day. We could take a little break midday, back to rain, snow mixed in the afternoon, and snow again this evening. Be safe on the roads, even as you're stepping out to get the morning paper, walk the dog. Sidewalks and driveways are slippery. All right, Nate, let's get to those accidents and problem spots.
Lots going on. We start with a crash into an NHP trooper. This was earlier this morning at Highway 95 and Eastern. No injuries reported, but the NHP tweeting out, please slow down. Now, sometimes the traffic in the snow is beautiful. These are crisscrossing paths on Far Hills over the 215, but sometimes the traffic pictures in the snow are not very pretty. This is the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. Several cars right in the middle of the intersection. So this is not rain here, but rather snow. I'm sorry, not snow, but rather rain. So traffic is working its way around Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. The rest of the freeway system not doing too badly. We do have a live picture for you from the school bus yard up at Ann Road and the 215. Photographer Mark Muchler watching those school buses come out as the snow continues to fall on the windshield there. You've got to be careful. Back to the freeway maps we go, where we're keeping an eye on Highway 160, which is open, but chains or snow tires are required. If you're trying to get over Mountain Pass, you could probably guess that snow tires or chains are required for all roads up on Mount Charleston. Into the Spaghetti Bowl we go, where lanes are open, but you've got to take it easy. Please slow down in the rain and snow. John, Kirsten?
All right, thank you very much, Nate. The city working to make sure everyone has a warm place to sleep. 2 warming stations are available north of downtown. Now, one is the Salvation Army near Owens and Main Street. Its hours are 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Keep that in mind for this evening. The other is located a block away at the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center, and that one available 24 hours. No one will be turned away.
Dozens of flights heading in and out of Las Vegas canceled. Some are delayed. This is a live look at the flight deck website from McCarran. As a reminder, before you're flying out today, check with the airline before you head to the terminal.
And keep it here on 8 News now for our storm tracker coverage of the snow, the slick spots on the roadways. Remember to use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas. Tag any pictures or videos you have of the snow.
Maria Legg did that. She sent us these pictures of her backyard near 215 in Far Hills, transforming her desert oasis into a winter wonderland. 8 News now, the Valley's news leader. It's back after this.
News Now and Storm Tracker 8.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swensk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
Las Vegas transformed into a winter wonderland. Plenty of folks taking advantage of the weather, playing in the snow.
So this is video from John Bygrave sent us. His family sledding in Madeira Canyon. Look at that. Watch out for that tree.
That is so fun. I want to go sledding.
Well, right when the show's over, let's get some cardboard boxes and rip it up. Look behind us here also. This is a snowman from the top of the Voodoo Lounge at the Rio.
It's a mini snowman.
A mini
Yes.
snowman.
He's got the olives and he's got the wedge and all that good stuff from their bar there.
He took his cocktail outside onto the balcony there.
He needs a martini, like right there.
Oh,
doesn't he?
yeah,
He's got olives for eyes.
Good one. We've also got some pics from Silver Ranch, courtesy of Michelle Romanets. Thank you so much for sending us some pictures, your videos, people out and about doing their grocery shopping overnight.
Yeah, it's just really, really beautiful.
You just want to take pictures of it when you're out there. It's so rare to see snow in Las Vegas. But it's been, what, 10, 11 years, right? The last big one was 2008.
Yeah, that's where we had officially almost 4 inches of snow, officially, but southern Clark County, remember, 8 to 10
And
inches.
that's the day that there was a snow day.
That was a snow day.
Not a snow day today. School is in session.
School is in session.
School is in session.
Yeah, Anthem to Henderson that year got almost 8 inches of snow, as I recall, too.
Yeah, and it was just really difficult driving around. Today it's not so bad, but we'll talk all about that. We got lots to talk about.
Yeah, we sure do. And low clouds out there. That's reducing visibilities. I also have a camera from Boulder Station on the rooftop, and look how the snow is coming down. Again, as we get through later this morning and midday, that could turn to a snow mix. We've had a really hard time, and it's a good hard problem to have. Temperatures above freezing, just barely. Now, Centennial Hills to Summerlin, right there on the freezing line. Mountain's Edge, Anthem, right there at 32. But the low clouds have really kept temperatures from cooling off. Of course, we've got teens up on the mountain. Even Pahrump at 34, 28 for Red Rock. A lot of snow piled up at Red Rock as well. Mesquite's had a little bit, not as much as we first thought, but still, the day is young. 31 in Kingman with very heavy snow. Boulder City, you've had some snow. So morning snow showers turning to a mix of rain and snow later through the morning, and we might actually just take a break midday. The low itself is way up north in northern Nevada, still has to drop into our area, and then we're going to get into some snow late today into this evening and overnight. Very heavy mountain snow, northwest Arizona. Very heavy snow now in Mojave County with winter storm warnings posted there. Here's the low way up here. It still has to slide all the way into southern Nevada today. So again, there's a little space in between that low and what we were seeing this morning. So there might be a break midday, but then it's going to get going again later today. So look at the snow. It's very concentrated too, right over the city, up to the north to the Sheep Mountains, out to the west to the Spring Mountains, and some areas just around the fringes of Las Vegas. But far South Valley, Silverado Ranch to Southern Highlands, you don't seem to be getting a lot. Even over to Boulder City, you don't seem to be getting much snow, maybe a few flurries, but that could change as we see this kind of rotating its way through. Those winter weather advisories in place now for all the lower elevations until 4 a.m. tomorrow. Some of the snow totals are going to be extremely impressive, but officially for the record books, only a ½ inch so far for Las Vegas, but that's a record for us for yesterday's date, and then it'll carry over into today as well. We'll keep in touch with the National Weather Service. 4 to 8 inches for Kingman. Holy cow, that's a lot of snow. Haven't seen a ton of snow up in Lincoln County, even though winter storm warnings are still posted, and there's snow being pushed up now into Lincoln County as well as Utah. 23 on the mountain, winter weather driving conditions with heavy snow today. And then for the valley, maybe just into the low 40s. That's it. Again, snow showers this morning, turning to kind of a rain-snow mix, and we might even get some breaks. But then again, into the afternoon, evening, and tonight we'll get snow. So it's going to continue. We're looking at a pretty snowy day. Tomorrow, clouds to sunshine, sun for most of the weekend, and look at those 60s. Yeah, we'll thaw out, everybody. It'll all melt away, and then you'll have beautiful videos and pictures to look back at. 6:15, let's get on the road with Nate.
Sherry, Sherry, sometimes traffic in snowy, rainy weather is beautiful. This is the crisscross pattern of cars over Far Hills over the 215 in the northwest as snow continues to fall. Sometimes snow pictures are not pretty. Here is Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo, where several cars have crashed right in the middle of the intersection. It may look like rain, but they took the camera away for just a second, and it is actually snow still falling right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip. Cars are working their way around it, but you got to be extra careful. Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. Now, the rest of the freeway system, you guys are doing a great job, but you got to be careful out there. We have a live picture for you from Mark Muchler, who is driving down the 215 from Ann Road. There's the exit to Cliff Shadows Parkway. So the 215 still has snow falling. Back to the maps we go to let you know that Highway 160 is open between Las Vegas and Pahrump. However, snow tires or chains are required. Meanwhile, for Mount Charleston, as you might expect, snow tires or chains are required up there as well. Spaghetti Bowl is doing just fine, and we thank you so much for all of the pictures and videos at LasVegasNow.com. But one more reminder from the Nevada Highway Patrol: a trooper hit by a car while on a traffic stop last night at US 95 and Eastern. No injuries reported, but we cannot stress enough, you've got to give yourself extra time in the rain and snow. John, Kirsten?
Yes, extra distance between you and the car in front of you for certain. Thank you, Nate. It is 6:18 now. The usually private Jason Aldean opens up about the 1 October shooting.
We'll tell you what the singer says the experience has been like for him, and hear from two local DJs about how they're using their platform to help the community heal.
It is time for today's Facebook contest.
UMC Quick Care.
Country singer Jason Aldean was on stage during the 1 October shooting. He recently opened up about that night.
8 News Now reporter Oracle Manna shows us the important message he's trying to share.
We hear the phrases Vegas strong and country strong all the time, but sometimes finding strength after tragedy can be difficult. Jason Aldean shared his own 1 October experience at a recent gathering of country music radio hosts, and 2 on-air personalities from here in Las Vegas were there.
You're my sunshine in the darkest day.
Jason Aldean is one of country music's biggest stars, but he's also remembered as being on stage right as the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history began.
When you go through something like this, it changes you.
Local radio host Ransom Garcia was at the concert.
I was actually there for a few of the Jason Aldean songs. I was at the meet and greet.
16 months have passed, but the shock is still there, even for Jason Aldean. Last week, Garcia attended the country radio seminar in Nashville, where radio professionals go to discuss best practices. Aldean was moderating a panel called Overcoming Obstacles, where he emphasized the importance of seeking help.
He was talking about mental health.
According to Billboard.com, Aldean said, quote, "I probably should have gone to a few more therapy sessions than I did. Being able to talk about it to somebody who understood how I was feeling, that helped me tremendously."
When you see somebody with a platform that big talking about how it's okay to not be okay, people listen. And maybe somebody is going through what he is going through, what he continues to go through. And if they need to go get some help, by all means, please go do so.
Jason Aldean is Bull Country.
Big D with local radio station 95.5 The Bull was also at Aldean's seminar. He says the country music community is still taking things day by day, but Aldean's words are helping.
Another thing he said afterwards is, this will always be a part of who I am, but it's not who I am. It's definitely something that has brought not only our city, but our format together even more.
Gaining strength step by step.
Country folk are strong, man.
There are several resources available for those affected by the 1 October shooting, including the Vegas Strong Resiliency Center. For more information, head to our website, lasvegasnow.com. In the studio, Orko Manna, 8 News Now.
All right, thank you, Orko. It is 6:23. We continue our snow coverage after the break. And for those just waking up, yes, there is school for CCSD.
But look how beautiful this is. This is snow falling in the northwest in slow-mo. We have an update on the snow totals. We're keeping an eye on some trouble spots on the roads as well.
Keep sending us your photos and videos. This one from Chris Stacy,
That is
snapping
cool.
a shot of a snowy backyard near Charleston in the 2:15. We'll be right back.
now open in the Valley Auto Mall. Now, live, this is 8 News Now. Good day.
Landmarks across the Strip looking much different than normal this morning because they are coated with snow, John.
Yeah, Kirsten, a big thanks to our viewers for sending us these great videos. You can see the snow falling around the Strat, the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, around the Luxor as well. It's pretty beautiful and very unusual to see this around the Las Vegas area this morning. We thank you for joining us here on Good Day. Of course, I'm John Langler.
And I'm Kirsten Joyce. We've also learned that despite the snow this morning, the roads are safe for school buses and transportation. Clark County schools will operate as normal.
So will CSN, so will UNLV. All of that will be normal. We continue our coverage of the snow falling across the valley this morning. We have our Storm Tracker 8 team as well. The snow making for some slick spots on the roads. Nate Tannenbaum watching that situation. Hector Mejia live in Summerlin where snow is still falling. We start though with Sherry Swensk tracking the radar to see how long the snow could last. Good morning, Sherry.
Boy, Hector just looks so magical in the snow. It's just absolutely beautiful out there. Now I've got a camera trained on the east side of town. This is the rooftop at Boulder Station, and yes, the snow started again really cranking up in the last half hour or so, and it has just been beautiful out there. Some of the snow totals will really rock your world, especially if you're out on the west side. We have seen easily 4, 5, maybe 6 now inches of snow in the far West Valley neighborhoods, including the Summerlin area. Red Rock we know has had 5 to 6 inches. Mount Charleston at least a foot. Anthem a couple of inches. Mountains Edge, and officially record-setting snow with a ½ inch, and that was as of midnight for Las Vegas. So that's a record for yesterday's date with measurable snowfall. Temperatures just above freezing, hovering there for most valley neighborhoods. Anthem, though, Mountains Edge, Centennial Hills to Summerlin sitting right at the freezing mark. I wanted to show you, too, a couple of great pictures that we've seen. This is the not-so-fun part. Snow so heavy in West Valley neighborhoods that tree limbs are starting to fall down. This one's Warm Springs and Durango. You have to look real hard, but a tree limb fell on top of a car and it's completely covered there in the driveway. So those are the not so fun things that are happening with all the snow. Sometimes it's light and feathery, and sometimes it's kind of coming down with rain and snow clumps. So morning snow showers giving way to rain and snow midday, back to snow this afternoon, evening, and tonight. It is definitely going to stay with us because the core low is still way up north in northern Nevada. Heavy snow for the mountains and northwest Arizona. We're going to have a lot of neighborhoods that wind up with measurable snowfall for sure. As we widen the radar now, you can see it's just concentrated right over Las Vegas right now in the valley, reaching out to US 95, southwest across State Route 160 and up I-15 towards Moapa Valley, but also down into California as well as northwest Arizona. Kingman's going to get some heavy snow here. So we'll watch these snow showers continue through the morning commute. Kiddos, you got to go to school, I'm sorry to say, and we'll continue that winter weather advisory as well. Storm warnings in northwest Arizona up into the mountains. If you don't have to go to the mountains today, please don't. All right, let's head out west where we've seen so much snow since last night. Hector Mejia is live out in Summerlin this morning. Beautiful scenery. It's so wintry out there. Hector, what are you seeing right now?
Sherry, good morning to you. So beautiful, and the snowflakes still falling so gracefully here in Summerlin. Actually, in the last half hour, we noticed the snowflakes falling, and they're getting thicker as they fall. Take a look at the Vistas Park, where it's truly such a magical, beautiful scene out here. Out here on the ground, you know, this is normally a grassy field, but it's just covered in so much snow. You can see how much snow has packed here. We can dig down to the surface of that grass, and really so powdery, so much fun out here. Now, last night we found a lot of people out here still playing with the snow, building their version of a snowman, and they were really hoping for a snow day for kids. But CCSD is having school today, and again, just take a look. So beautiful, those trees, those branches covered in snow. That snow just sort of looking like chunks and clusters of snow there on those branches. At least 4 inches of snow fell here overnight, and if you're heading out, just be careful around the trees, branches. We saw a palm tree frond actually fall here earlier today, and we saw some snow still falling from some of those branches. Anyway, that's the update out here from Summerlin, where we have such a picture perfect view out here. Now let's find out what the roads are like. So let's send it over to Nate with an update on that. Nate.
All right, Hector, beautiful where you are, and sometimes the traffic pictures are beautiful. Here's the crisscrossing pattern of traffic on Far Hills over the 215 as snow continues to fall in the far northwest. But sometimes snow can lead to this. Multiple cars involved in a crash right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip at Flamingo. Cars are working their way around it, but you got to be careful. In fact, you got to be careful all over town. Now, we are seeing that most of the freeways are doing okay. Slowdowns on the southern 215 Beltway. We're just now getting a report of a possible auto pedestrian crash in the Mountains Edge area around Cactus and Buffalo. We will follow up on that for you. In the meantime, getting to or from the mountains, yes, Highway 160 is open. However, adequate snow tires or chains are required. You could probably guess they're required as you head up to Mount Charleston. Into the Spaghetti Bowl we go, where things are okay. And we thank you for all of the pictures of the snow and the rain and the videos. However, the NHP tweeted out that one of their troopers was hit by a car while responding to a call at the 95 and Eastern overnight. No injuries reported, but this illustrates how much you need to not only slow down but leave adequate distance between you and all the cars around you. John, Kirsten.
All right, Nate, thank you. It is 6:32. Don't forget to stay with 8 News Now for the latest on school closures, the weather, the traffic. Use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas or Vegas Snow to tag any pictures or videos you have of the winter weather.
And of course, there is school today. CCSD, it says it's safe for driving its school buses, but they might be a little behind schedule.
CSN, UNLV, Bishop Gorman, everyone having school this morning at Pierce. All right, coming up next, Kirsten going away from the desk and into the classroom.
Yeah, our Do Your Job series continues today. I try my hand at teaching some elementary school students coming up.
Young Sheldon on 8 News Now. You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swinsk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
All righty, we have got our drone set up and ready to fly as soon as it can take off. But this is the shot sitting on the ground at 1:59 on the way into Red Rock Canyon. Wow, look at the snow out there. Our live picture coming in this morning from way far west, heading out right there at the base of the Spring Mountains. You can see the white wonderland. It is just beautiful. All right, be careful if you're headed out there. Nate's going to give you an update on the roads where chains required, etc. And our neighbors up in Mesquite, thank you, Dee DeMarco, for sending some video from up in northeast Clark County. Mesquite, you have picked up some snow up there. This was from overnight. A little bit, not quite as much as what we've seen in Las Vegas, especially west side of the valley, but you got a dusting on your cars there. It's coming down, and there is still more to come. Put some gloves on, Dee. That snow is cold. All right, let's get back to some live cameras now this morning. This is our camera that sits right there at the above the intersection of West Cliff and Rainbow in the Northwest Valley, just off the Rainbow Curve, and you can see it is a snowy scene to get out and get gas this morning. Hopefully you're gassed up and ready to get the kids to school. Yes, we definitely have a school day. CCSD, if you're just waking up wondering, the kids are supposed to be in school today. We've got snow showers, some of them quite heavy, especially out west and up north and even on the east side. We may take a break midday, but then snow and rain mixed again for the afternoon. All right, so it has been very concentrated right in the middle of Clark County. For the last several hours, we've been seeing snow continuing. Now it's right over the heart of Las Vegas, concentrated in the city, but we've also got circulating snow down along Interstate 40 in California and swinging right up into Mojave County, where we've had some good snow already in Kingman. Also, some showers seem to be moving up there to the south of you. We'll continue with winter weather advisories for us as we'll look for snow showers all through the morning, maybe taking a break midday, and then more rain and snow at the afternoon and snow tonight. Those winter weather advisories are issued and in place until 4 a.m. That includes central and eastern Clark County. Some of the snow totals are going to be phenomenal. Easily, we're seeing close to now, I think, a half a foot in parts of West Valley neighborhoods. Summerlin up to the northwest and especially down to the southwest, all through this area. 4 to 6 inches is not going to be unheard of, but we could see a couple of inches up to northeast Clark County and southwest down to Mountain Springs. This is on the other side of state line. Winter storm warnings continue for the mountains, for northwest Arizona. Some of these are going to be some phenomenal snow totals as well. Winter storm warnings for Lincoln County, although we haven't seen a lot for you yet, but the day will continue with snow in your forecast as well. All right, plan your day. Snow showers through the morning, maybe a slight break around the noon hour, but rain and snow mixed for the afternoon, turning right back to snow showers for the afternoon and evening commute. All right, so hopefully you got waterproof jackets, umbrellas, and some patience when you head out on the roads today. For that, let's go over to Nate and see if there are any problems out there. A lot of folks are going to try and get the kids to school or not.
Yeah, I think some folks may be taking the day off, even though there is school officially from the Clark County School District. So there's good news and bad news with traffic. Sometimes it's just beautiful. This is a crisscross traffic pattern as snow continues to fall in the far northwest. Far Hills over the 215 beltway. You can sort of see the 215 on the right-hand side of your screen. The bad news is sometimes people aren't paying attention or something happens. Right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip, this is Las Vegas Boulevard at Flamingo in front of the Cromwell. Now, traffic is able to work its way around here, but you got to be extra careful. Crash, Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard. Freeways, believe it or not, are doing okay. People are smart. People are leaving distance between themselves and the cars around them, but it is awfully slow, particularly where the snow continues to fall from Far Hills all the way past Charleston. And now in Mountain's Edge, we're getting report of a possible auto pedestrian crash at Buffalo and Cactus. Now further west on 160 to Mountain Pass and to Pahrump, it is open, but adequate snow tires or chains are required. Obviously, you have to have snow tires or chains up on Mount Charleston. Now the Spaghetti Bowl remains open, and please keep sending your photos and videos to LasVegasNow.com or on our Facebook and Twitter accounts. We love hearing from you. We also, unfortunately, have to let you know that the Nevada Highway Patrol says a trooper was hit by a car on a traffic stop at the 95 and Eastern overnight. No injuries reported, but just a real reminder there of being careful in this weather. John, Kirsten.
All right, Nate, thank you. So coming up right here on Good Day, of course, we are going to continue to cover the snow falling across the Las Vegas Valley with weather and traffic.
Yeah, and remember to use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas. Tag any pictures or videos you have of the snow. Keep them coming.
Watching 8 News Now, Good Day.
Quarter before the hour, shop there looking out at Red Rock Canyon. Totals for snow at least 5 inches. We're monitoring that throughout the day to get more later. Thanks to Matt Adams there with our drone video. We'll keep those snow pictures and video coming as well. We'll continue our coverage for Storm Tracker, but we are now going to go to our next Do Your Job series. We love our teachers. They're amazing, nurturing, extremely patient, especially at the elementary school level. That's where I jumped into the teacher role for a good portion of the day as part of our Do Your Job series.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Good morning, kids. Come on in. Let's start this day. How's it going? It's intimidating, a big responsibility to instruct some 24 8-year-olds. All right, thanks everybody for having me. I needed some insight first from their real teachers, Mrs. Lauren O'Farrell and assistant teacher, Miss Ashley Slater. My name is Mrs. Kirsten Joyce.
You always have to be one step ahead of them to keep them engaged.
We explore the morals and lessons of Mrs. O'Farrell's favorite book. It's called Ordinary Mary's Extraordinary Deed.
Well, the kids are so fun to teach and they have so many ideas. They're going to want to talk the whole time.
Extraordinary is a great word.
Compound word.
Very good, Lou.
Yeah, I'm very poor.
Wow, I love all your input. My job was to keep them on task, but I got a little off course. What would you bake?
Maybe cookie.
Ooh, good call. Very good call.
Chocolate chippy.
Extra chocolate chip.
Maybe you could like work on just not answering so much questions, but I love that you do that, but it just took up a lot of the story time, which took a little bit longer than I thought.
We're going to get back on track, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Constructive criticism from my own daughter. I've got it. More focus for the next lesson. We're going to be learning all about buoyancy, things that float on the water, right? Time to delegate. I'm going to put you girls in charge. Can you please pass out a pink paper to each of the partners, okay? Us teachers are going to go fill the bins and get everything ready for the barge experiment. How's the experiment going?
Good.
How many did you get on so far?
18.
18. What happened after 18?
Our boat sunk.
Oh, what could you do better next time?
Maybe add the walls a little higher. Right now it's 4. Right now it's 4, but I think only 5. So Mia's prediction was correct.
So let's look at their design.
I let the pros sum up the lesson and realized it's break time for everyone. The next part is recess. We're going to excuse you, go have fun for recess, and then the best part, get excited to come back and learn math. Okay, many of us struggle a bit with math. I was certainly comfortable teaching the way I learned it. And there we go, we're regrouping here, and the saying is?
More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more.
But find it a lot more challenging to tackle the Common Core way.
What goes on the right side of your number line?
Thank goodness teachers today can do it all.
There's more than one way to get an answer in math, just to prepare them for their future.
The students were fantastic, pure whippersnappers, and kept me entertained. They were so fun, and the teachers are amazing. They are multitaskers, all the energy. A big thanks to Chad Graves, photojournalist extraordinaire, who was able to capture all angles of that full day.
That's awesome. I bet you were the favorite teacher of the day. What do you think?
Don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty cool.
I don't know, but I had a lot of fun, so thanks to all the students as well.
You did a great job, and there's more than one way to do math, the right way and the wrong way. No, I'm kidding. There's more than
the
one
frustrating way and the way we all grew up learning.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well.
Very fun. And we get to see you brew beer
Tomorrow we brew beer. Tomorrow we're brewing beer.
Yay.
All right, we're back right after this, I believe, with more snow coverage.
You betcha.
And Hector's making some snow angels, guys.
Oh, snow, my goodness.
Before we go to break, here's some more snowy pictures. Here are the buses leaving the bus yard near Ann and 215 earlier this morning. Again, there is school for CCSD. All the schools, the colleges, everything is normal. It's just snowy.
anywhere you get more. Ram Park Casino.
You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
6:52 on your Thursday morning. More Las Vegas snow coverage in just a minute. But first, time to check in with CBS This Morning.
Bianna Golodrina joining us now with the preview. Hi, Bianna.
Hey, good morning. I cannot believe it's so cold out there for you guys. Welcome to our world every
4
single
inches.
day.
Right?
Kirsten and John. Unbelievable. Well, at least it's something that you'll be able to tell your kids and grandkids about, assuming that this doesn't become the norm.
Right.
Ahead on CBS This Morning, right? Looking for the positive sign there. For the first time in Roman Catholic history, bishops from around the world are meeting to address the clergy's sex abuse crisis. We'll look into what the Pope may have known. Plus, more of our conversation with Huawei CEO, the security concerns surrounding 5G, and why U.S. intelligence is wary of the telecom company's technology. And Dr. David Agus reveals how just 15 minutes of exercise a day can help lower your risk of depression. Learn about the bigger impact on your overall health. So there's no excuse, even in the snow, you guys can find 15 minutes to work out and make you a happier person.
Indeed, indeed.
Definitely. Thank you, Bianna. Have a great day.
Have a good morning.
Well, all morning long, we have been and will continue to discuss the crazy winter weather we're having here in Las Vegas.
So thank you to all of our viewers. You guys have been sending us pictures and video all night and through the morning. Here is a picture from Ricky of a nice snowman, a big snowman there. Yes, look at that.
Oh, got the nice scarf on there.
Got that.
And of course, we want to check in with Hector Mejia, and he better be making some snow angels. It's about time, Hector. You got plenty of snow to work with.
Maybe. Let's see if we actually do a snow angel. But out here, you know, this snow is still falling down. Snowflakes getting thicker here in the last hour. And just take a look. Such a rare sight. Look at those palm trees. The fronds covered with snow. And to the left, that flagpole. Same story with that, covered with snow. And down below, the sidewalks starting to have some of the snow pile up and accumulate. Same story over here to the left with the sign. Look at all this snow here on this trash can. Let's take a short walk, a slow one, so that we're careful to show you this beautiful, really magical scene out here. Down below on the surface, we can quickly tell that it's still very powdery, and look down below to the grass surface and see just how much of that snow fell. This tree, same story, such a beautiful sight. And that's because at least 4 inches of snow fell here overnight. And it's been snowing nearly nonstop since we got here. We got here around 3:45 this morning, and it's still snowing. Just take a look here. There's a person out there enjoying the snow, just like we are as well. And you know, we are by Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway, just telling you about the conditions. So if you do come out here, make sure you are careful around the sidewalks. Be careful when you drive out for your morning commute. There's a school right across the street from us, actually, Linda Rankin Givens Elementary School. So if you are in the area, just be careful. And if you do have the time to enjoy some of the snow, why not? All right, I'm going to do it since we have plenty of snow, and possibly do a snow angel. There you go. I don't know how it looks from up there, but you can see the grass down below. Anyway, that's what it looks like out here in Summerlin. Let's send it over to Sherry. Sherry, how's it looking across the valley?
You did it! Hector, your next assignment is to get up here and ride the big shot. Oh, Gary, go back to the big shot as we're looking right there on top of the stratosphere. So get over to the middle of town, Hector, and climb on the big shot. It is all covered in snow on top of the Strat. It is so cool. Yes, you get big bonus points today for your snow angel. That is awesome. Great coverage from Summerlin and West Valley neighborhoods where we've had so much snow. But look at it. You can see how it's collecting way up there at 1,000 feet too in the middle of the city. Yeah, we've had easily, I'm going to guess, at least now 6 inches of snow or more out on the far west side. Summerlin just sitting right close to freezing. We really haven't seen temperatures budging too much. We've been either right at freezing or just above. Again, thanks so much for great pictures like this from the Scott Home Town Center and Desert Inn. Look at their backyard. It is a winter wonderland. All all the palm trees just so heavy, laden with snow there. Boy, that snow continues to circulate. It is like it's just glued to the middle of Las Vegas and right around in Valley neighborhoods to the outskirts of town. It is just gorgeous. North Las Vegas, west side, south side, and off to the east. Just about everybody's getting snow right now. And I know a lot of folks are heading out for school because it is officially school in session. Northwest Arizona down to Southern California also. Remember, this is the first of the snow and a little bit of rain because the low is still way up in northern Nevada and has to drop into our area through the afternoon. Winter weather advisories for the Valley and Clark County stay in effect till 4 a.m. and winter storm warnings for our local mountains and northwest Arizona. Heavy snow up in the mountains, and you're going to encounter really heavy snow on the road. So if you don't need to go up there, don't go to the mountains. Wait a day. 43 for the Valley. We could get a rain-snow mix through the afternoon, but then it's going to turn quickly back to snow late afternoon into the evening and overnight until this system moves on out. We'll get back to some sunshine tomorrow. Good sunshine and warmer temps for the weekend, and even 60s are showing up next week. Mornings back up where they should be, mid to upper 40. So thanks again for all the pictures and the videos. Let's see where the problems are on the roads at 6:58. Here's
Well, we're still talking about the good news and the bad news with Mother Nature and traffic. It's beautiful up in the far northwest, Far Hills to be specific, at the 215 Beltway. This is Far Hills over the Beltway, and the crisscross patterns have just been wonderful throughout the day. But sometimes, yeah, we get crashes in the bad weather. This is right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip at Flamingo. Tow trucks on scene. Traffic is able to get around here, but you got to be extra careful while the rest of the freeway system is doing okay. There are a lot of slowdowns, particularly on the South 95 headed for the Rainbow Curve, and as the snow continues to fall on the extreme west side of the valley. Speaking of that report of what could be an auto pedestrian crash in Mountain's Edge at Cactus and Buffalo. Further west on the 160, the road to and from Pahrump, yes, it's open, but adequate snow tires or chains are required. That goes for all of the highways up on Mount Charleston. And in the Spaghetti Bowl, as you might expect, it is very slow going, especially on those flyover ramps. But again, thanks to you guys for all of the great pictures and video. In fact, we have a live picture from our photographer Mark Muchler around Palo Verde High School, and it does look like the proverbial winter wonderland. These are live pictures for you around Palo Verde High School. We also have some more pictures that were sent in by a viewer from up in the far northwest at Jones and Iron Mountain as the snow is falling all over this person's backyard. We hope that you are staying safe out there, and remember that you have to leave adequate distance between you and the car in front of you. You may not know that they may be having a problem, and you've got to be prepared for that. John, Kirsten?
Right, Nate. Thank you for that reminder. Keep it right here on 8 News Now for continuing snow coverage throughout the morning, throughout the day, throughout the evening, both on air and online at LasVegasNow.com. Remember, use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas to tag those photos and videos of the snow.
Here's a live picture from near Red Rock Canyon. We'll get to that in just a second. I should say it is 7 o'clock here on a Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us on Good Day. We're going to stay on live here to cover a little bit more of the snow coverage. Is that a coyote out there? This is a live picture, by the way, from Red Rock. See out in the middle of the snow in the median?
Yes.
So this is the road heading out towards Red Rock Canyon. You can see the snow is just hammered that area. And look in the middle of the road there. I think
it is. That's a coyote.
Yes. Look at that.
That is so cool.
Pure live nature, people.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. And Sherry, you were saying at least 5 inches out of the Red Rock area.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's got to be close to half a foot now in some areas.
That guy's trying to figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
There you go.
What is this in my backyard, buddy?
He's trying to find some breakfast.
It's a desert, for heaven's sakes, and I've got 6 inches of snow.
Yeah, I think we've definitely changed our zip code today. This is not normal for Las Vegas.
We have a few other pictures from some viewers, as I think the coyote seems to have found a little place to chill out. Here is SB Casillas standing in front of a beautiful snow-covered tree. Very nice. Kaiten Norton sent us a picture from Mesa Park. Look, you can see how the snow is weighing down all those palm trees there. Stephanie Yasik sent us a picture of her snowboarding in Spring Valley.
Somewhat, right?
Sort
We're
of.
going to change that to Winter Valley.
So keep sending us. Yeah, it is Spring Valley, right? Send us your pictures and video. The Facebook page, 8 News Now. Pics at LasVegasNow.com as well.
And guess what, folks? He did it. We asked him to all morning long. Hector Mejia made snow angels out in Summerlin. We've enjoyed his coverage all this morning. We're going to send things back out to him with the snow still coming down, Hector.
Still coming down, and you know what? We're having a lot of fun. Good morning to everyone at home. If you are in the area, you can come out here and see some of this snow for yourself. We are talking with Cindy Terry. You've lived here all your life. What do you make out of this?
This is amazing. It just never happens. This is I've heard about times like in the past, even though I grew up here. It did happen one time when I was in junior high, but mostly it doesn't happen. This is amazing.
And Cindy, you were telling me that it was even bringing out neighbors who don't normally come outside and enjoy the beautiful scenery, but the snow did.
Yes, it was like amazing. Last night we went outside and all the neighbors were out and walking around and talking to each other because this is just such a super great thing happening.
And it's beautiful. We're at Vistas Park by Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway, and we want to show you what this area looks like. The entire grassy field covered in snow, so are the trees and the branches. And Cindy, you were telling me that you brought out your ruler and you measured on a flat surface on your pickup truck. What did you find?
It said 8 inches. I couldn't believe the ruler. It was a yardstick and stood up by itself, and it said 8 inches.
Is it a surprise? I mean, it's been really coming down all night long.
Right. So last night before we went to bed, we measured it. It said 4. And then we got up this morning and now it says 8.
That's interesting. The NWS recommends measuring on a flat surface like you did. So it's just incredible to hear that you measured 8 inches of snow outside. And I mean, you've been out here earlier this morning just taking this in. It's pretty cold. What do you recommend out there to people who are coming out here as well?
Dress warm, I guess. I don't know. So it's good.
Definitely dress warm and be careful around the sidewalks because we're starting to see some sidewalks here in the area. I have some of this snow accumulation. And are you going to spend some time out here any longer? Or are you going to just go back home and warm up?
Go back home probably. I came out to take all these pictures. My kids will never believe it. Nobody lives here anymore. I'm going to send all these pictures. So I take a walk every morning, and so I thought this will be part of my walk, but I'm going to take pictures and take it slow, and so it's awesome.
Cindy, last question. You lived in Utah before, so you know how bad it could get.
Yeah, I did. So I went to school there in Utah, and it can get worse, but this is still pretty awesome. So, yeah.
Cindy, thank you for sticking around and talking with us even while the snow is still falling. So we've been here since before 4 o'clock this morning, and it's been snowing the entire time. Neighbors tell us it's been raining since, snowing since last night. But I mean, as you can see here, we're all cold and just enjoying these sights. For now, we're going to send it back to you guys live in the studio. Reporting live in Summerlin, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
Oh, thank you, Hector. I love it that she's going to send the photos to the kids.
Yeah, they'll never believe it.
Right?
You know, and it's so quiet out there. When Hector takes a breath, there's just nothing because it's just the quiet snow.
Now, real quick, we should point out here at 4 minutes past 7, CCSD does have school today. We should point that out as you're getting ready this morning. You may already be heading out the door. There's school at UNLV, at CSN, all the schools. Everything is normal. Just be slow and be safe out there, but everything is
Yeah, they've determined the driving conditions are fine for the school buses.
Yeah.
But as far as after-school activities...
And school buses may be delayed by the snow.
Yes, so give it some time. Don't think you missed it. Well, you may have if you were late.
Yeah, check this out. It's really piling up out at Red Rock, and you can see how it's collecting on the roads and in between as cars are moving through. There was a girl out there just jogging.
Running. Well, and you know, that's where everyone cycles, obviously, but not the day for that. Not the day for that. But
a little tough for bicycles.
There's someone running.
There she is, yeah.
It might be Kevin Martin. She runs out there all the time.
But lots of cars out there on the loop, you know. I mean, not on the loop, but on the road 159. It heads out towards Red Rock, Bonnie Springs, Blue Diamond, a little town out there. But you can see it has just been cranking all night long, started yesterday evening. So we've got some big snow totals out on the west side. We'll get to the traffic conditions out west in the mountains. Nate's got all that. Let's get to the weather right now and show you what we've got so far. National Weather Service, I just spoke to them. They are working on updated snow totals, so they've been very busy overnight. You know what you might want to do since it is a school day? If you don't want to keep the kids detained, just get them up early and go out and play in the snow and then get them ready for school. Let them have some fun before they get to school, and then they'll have the best of both worlds. worlds. This is Westcliff and Rainbow. Man, it has been really coming down over the last hour. Look at all the snow on the rooftops, the gas station there. So the snow totals that we've seen so far, at least a foot up at Mount Charleston. We'll get an update from Lee Canyon too. Red Rock, you can see it's got to be 5, 6, 7, 8 inches now. So we'll get updates on that. Summerlin, 5 to 8 is the window now, as you heard just from our interview. Anthem, a couple of inches. Mountain's Edge, at least a couple of inches too. And McCarran, officially for yesterday's date, half-inch measurable snowfall is a new record for yesterday, and it's the second latest date that we've had snow. So we definitely are setting records, and the snow continues to just concentrate right here. We've got low clouds keeping the snow levels low, and until the clouds lift a little bit later in the morning to midday, that snow will just continue to kind of sit and crank over us here in the Las Vegas Valley. There's a lot of it to the south and the east of us too. Winter storm warnings posted all along US 93 into Mojave County, Dolan Springs down to Kingman. You're getting some very heavy snow, and our winter weather advisory will continue until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning unless National Weather Service changes that. So Pahrump, you've had a little bit of snow. Mountain Spring Summit's had a lot of it as well. Nate will give you an update on the roads for that, but we'll continue to add up the snow as we keep going. Here's your day. We've got temperatures that have been close to freezing, but just a little bit above for almost all neighborhoods except South and Southwest valleys. And so kids, here you go. You got to get to school. Just warm jackets, waterproof. Maybe the science teacher will take you out and show you how to make ice cream out of snow. We used to do that when I was a kid. 43 for the afternoon or midday high with a mix of rain and snow, and then back to snow tonight. All right, let's get to those road conditions, and Nate's going to tell you where to be looking out for trouble spots.
Everywhere, the bottom line. And we thank you for tuning in to 8 News Now. Normally we'd be in CBS this morning, but this is live continuing coverage of the Storm Tracker 8 snow in the valley. Live picture up in the far northwest. Look at Elkhorn and Grand Montecito. It is definitely coming down, but traffic is moving. Here's a place where traffic is not moving. Well, it is around a crash that occurred right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip at Flamingo. Be very careful. At one time we thought maybe this was rain coming down, but it is a rain-snow mix. Multiple cars involved in the crash. A tow truck trying to get one of them out of the way. So again, Las Vegas Boulevard at Flamingo, a crash. The entire freeway system is moving along in much better shape than it might be, but you're starting to see it slow down. The 95 from off of Rancho all the way down to the Rainbow Curve, and where the snow continues to fall on the 215 on the Western Beltway, it looks like it is maybe a mix of rain and snow down in the far southeast. We've been checking the traffic cameras through there. They're working to clear. What we heard was an auto pedestrian crash at Mountain's Edge, at Cactus and Buffalo. Meanwhile, getting to and from Pahrump, Highway 160 open. However, chains or snow tires are required. Now, the 160 was closed for a short while last night. Plows went out there, got it open. Now they are letting drivers through only if you have the right kind of vehicle. Snow tires or chains. And of course, you got to have snow tires or chains up on Mount Charleston. Meanwhile, the Spaghetti Bowl, again, the lanes are open, but it looks like that flyover ramp from the South 15 to the South 95 is definitely slowing down. Keep those pictures and videos coming, like this one from the far northwest, a backyard at Jones and Iron Mountain. You want to keep all these because it's not going to be too much longer before we're looking at triple-digit temperatures. Just trying to put it all in perspective. John, Kirsten.
All right. Well, of course, school is in session today, folks. Let's remind you about that with CCSD. Students at Centennial will be greeted by a lot of snow on campus. We got some video in from assistant principal there, Leona Fontanot, who sent us these pictures just a few minutes ago. The Centennial Bulldog right there with some snow on it.
Very cool. Gary Yarborough also sent us some video. This is conditions in Summerlin just a few moments ago. You can see a lot of snow on the roads up there. There are some tire tracks to try and drive in, but everything is covered. The trees, the median there, the road. Hopefully not driving and shooting at the same time, but nonetheless, this is the video from Summerlin. It is snowy out there, that's for sure.
Yes, give yourself plenty of distance for braking between you and the car in front of you. Thank you to Patrick Chorock, who sent us this pic. Fire Station 91 in Henderson, covered in some snow.
It's like that a lot of different places. Here are some professional pictures taken by Christian Hill of downtown Summerlin. He was enjoying overnight with his dog Milo, and this is There's Milo. What's up, Milo? Milo's like, what is this on the ground? I don't understand what's happening here.
That's a beautiful dog.
Stuff from downtown Summerlin there.
All right, we do want to remind you for this evening, the city is working to make sure everyone has a warm place to sleep. 2 warming stations are available north of downtown. One is at the Salvation Army. It is located near Owens and Main Street. It opens at 6 p.m. this evening, goes through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. The other is located a block away. It's the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center, and that one is open 24 hours a day, and they tell us no one will be turned away.
So you're waking up this morning, you're about to head out the door and fly someplace else. Dozens of flights out of McCarran this morning are canceled. Some have been delayed. As a reminder, always check with the airline before heading to the airport. This is a live look at the website for McCarran. You can see some of the flights there being canceled. Just check out what's going on before you hit the road this morning.
We're going to check in with one of our photojournalists who's got a live shot near downtown Summerlin as well. He is driving with his special GoPro camera set up inside the vehicle, so he is not breaking the law, folks. We do want to let you know, but this is just a gorgeous live view.
And he's been all over the place. He was up in the northwest part of the valley at the bus yard for CCSD as the buses were heading out to pick up kids today because school is happening. So now he's out exploring other parts of the Summerlin area. If your kids are, the bus might get there a little late this morning, even with the snow. That's not the plan, but it just might be that kind of a morning where things take a little bit longer to get around because the roads, especially on the west side of town, look like that.
And this is the shot headed out toward Red Rock. We saw a coyote earlier.
Yeah.
We saw
a jogger.
A jogger. I tell you, these conditions don't stop people from their daily routine. Apparently not.
The beautiful shot of Red Rock there, the road heading out there. It's certainly slushy to be sure, but there's a couple of cars on the road. They're pounding through.
Road.
Absolutely. Going to be sharing the road with some snow this morning.
Yeah, we do want to warn you, of course, that the buses might be a little bit on delay. Nate, you brought up a good point. You got a tweet from a CCSD school bus driver earlier this morning. Even though school is on session, no delay, no cancellation, things may be running a little bit behind time.
Yeah, and we also got the tweet from the school district itself saying that we need to stay tuned for further updates as far as after school activities for later today are concerned. So school is in session. We'll let you know when they let us know what's going on for the rest of the day.
Yeah, well, see, it depends on what happens with the weather, really, obviously. Yeah. Hector Mejia is in Summerlin, where it's been snowing since he got out there early on a Thursday.
And we're updating the snow totals for Summerlin. That's what I was doing too, because we definitely had more than 4 inches of snow in Summerlin, which we've been reporting, and I've got a ruler to prove it coming up here in a minute. So.
Yeah, Hector just spoke with someone who said they got 8 inches on their car. Let's check in with Hector Mejia live in Summerlin right now. Hector, how warm is it?
Good morning. It's cold out here, and it's definitely, as you mentioned, John, it's definitely a sort of a slushy ice as it melts here on the sidewalks and on the road here. It's turning into slush, but out here on top of this grass, you can see just how powdery it is, and we can see down below to the surface of the grass here. Earlier, we were talking just a few minutes ago with a woman who lives in this neighborhood, Cindy Terry. She was telling us that she brought out a ruler and measured on her pickup truck the snow that fell overnight, and she says she measured 8 inches of snow. Take a look here. We are at the park, at the Vistas Park up here in Summerlin near Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway, where you can see this beautiful site really covered in snow. The trees looking gorgeous with those snowflakes there piling up, and it's, really cold out here. So if you are heading out here, make sure you bundle up. Put some gloves on. I took mine off because they were getting drenched, and I had to put a beanie on because my face was just dripping in some of this melted snow. Anyway, it's quite a beautiful scene to see. People in this neighborhood and many people across the valley are waking up to this rare sight this morning, and I mean, just take a look at that. Just really a nice, beautiful treat. So late in February. Hey, it's almost March, so it's even more rare to see this so late in the season. Anyway, that's the latest out here in Summerlin. Reporting live, I'm Hector Mejia. Back to you all in the studio.
So much, Hector.
Absolutely. Just gorgeous. Yeah, and it's not just Summerlin. We know that, but that's where we were finding the really heaviest snow on out to Red Rock and then up into the Spring Mountains. And that's what we were expecting, but we expected that just about everybody in the valley would get at least something.
Yeah,
and that's what we're
Anthem
seeing.
and Henderson got some. Nia Wong was out live earlier during our Good Day show, but there was quite a bit of time there, a good hour and a half where there was no snow coming down.
Yeah, but there's still some on the ground. North Las Vegas is getting snow, and I've got a picture right now, one of our live cameras out on the east side. This is from our Boulder Station camera out there along Boulder Highway. You can see, look how much snow is collected on the rooftop. The snow is still coming down there along Boulder Highway out east. So yes, just about all neighborhoods getting at least some snowflakes flying, and most are getting measurable snow. All right, so I want to thank Tom Rodman, living in the vistas of Summerlin. Here is the proof, and you've got to measure with your measuring stick correctly. It needs to go in the snow on a flat surface. You can't stick it in the grass because that's not a good flat hard surface. So find the concrete, find a rooftop of a car, and look at this, 7 3/4 inches of snow right there in this front driveway or on top of his car. I don't know, but it was a hard surface that he was measuring. And look at the front drive, the beautiful snow in the trees and the yards and piled up on the cars. You can tell. They've had a lot of snow. That's on the other side of the Beltway out west, right out here along Charleston. All right, so the snow continues. Thanks for all of your photos and your videos. They have been phenomenal, and it's such a great help to let us see into all your different neighborhoods. Heavy snow up north where we were getting Farm and Jones. Good video up there along the 215, the Beltway. Still some snow occasionally across Blue Diamond State Route 160 and then crossing back over into South Valley neighborhoods. Heavy snow into northwest Arizona. We expected to see this area get hammered with some heavy snow. And Kingman up to Dolan Springs, you've been getting good snowfall for the last about 3 hours now, and we'll continue to see that. But what's happening is this is like the first southerly wave, and then the low itself is up north in northern Nevada and still has to work its way into our area later today. So even though we've got this winter weather advisory, it will stay in effect all day until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Winter storm warnings in the mountains. Very treacherous winter weather driving conditions up there. I'm sure the plows are working. Nate will give you more info. But if you don't have to be out there in that, maybe you might want to just give it a break and wait. We are looking at heavy, deep snow continuing. And as far as temperatures go, we've been just hovering right above the freezing mark, which is a great thing because the roads were really, really wet. And had we had freezing temperatures for a few hours overnight, we might have been dealing with some very icy conditions this morning. We're looking at only 20s for highs in the mountains, and winter weather travel. The snow will end tonight. And I think by tomorrow morning, the system should be moving out, and we'll look again, maybe some snow turning over to rain snow. You could hear Hector saying it was starting to get a little slushy. And then as we get colder again into the evening, if not late afternoon, we'll get right back to some snow showers. Alrighty, let's get to those roads. Any updates, accidents? What you got, Nate?
Oh, we got it all, and we appreciate you guys tuning in to our continuing coverage of the snowfall in Las Vegas, because obviously normally it'd be CBS this morning. All right, here's a live picture from the 215 at Town Center. So earlier we were looking up at Far Hills further to the north. This is a little bit further to the south. The Beltway itself is moving, but there are snow tracks with the cars there, and finally starting to pick up the pieces. Only the truck left. Tow trucks now in the middle of Las Vegas Boulevard. We've been following this for the better part of an hour, maybe 2 hours, in the snow or rain, whatever the mix was, as the several cars got together there. Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. Now the rest of the freeway system surprisingly doing much better than we thought, but it's obviously slow. The southern 215 Beltway, be very careful. The south on 95 as you head for the Rainbow Curve, north on 95, 515 around the Charleston Curve. Just now getting a report of a crash in Henderson on the northbound 95, 515 around Horizon Drive. We'll check that out. Still working on a report of an auto pedestrian crash in Mountains Edge at Cactus and Buffalo. Not a very well traveled area, but there may be emergency vehicles through there. And Highway 160 is open. I wanted to check on a text I got from my buddy Bill out there who says about 12 inches of snow on Mountain Springs Pass. A whole lot of snow on their cameras out there at Mountain Springs Pass. So adequate snow tires or chains are required. Adequate snow tires or chains are required for Mount Charleston, 157 Kyle Canyon, 156 Lee Canyon. I'm guessing that the ski area is really excited, but you got to have the right equipment to get up there. And of course, Highway 158, that traverses both of them. In the Spaghetti Bowl, all lanes are open, not as busy as it was earlier. Even though school is in session, we're thinking that some folks maybe taking the day off. And here's pictures from earlier today around the school bus yard around Ann Road and Lone Mountain. As the buses were coming and going, Mom Nature had the snow keep falling. Meantime, one more reminder about how careful you have to be in the snow. We appreciate the pictures like this one from the Nevada Highway Patrol saying that while a trooper was responding to a crash at the 95 in Eastern in the middle of the night, somebody ran right into the trooper's car. We showed you the amazing video from the other day where a trooper was run into while having somebody pulled over. In this case, no one was injured, but please be careful when you're driving out there. This is ongoing coverage on 8 News Now of our storms in snow in Las Vegas. John, Kirsten.
Thank you, Nate.
It is now 7:21. We've got some other pictures from all across the valley of the snow. So let's get to the first one we're going to show you here from a time lapse. This is a look at the Las Vegas Strip. And you can see the cloud cover and the snow that crept over the valley, and it really hasn't left at the moment. A look from earlier this evening of the snow and the storm moving through.
Yeah, let's take a look at what Michelle Romanen sent in. Some video overnight of the parking lot here, the shopping plaza at Silverado Ranch, as that snow was coming down.
And here we have our photojournalist Armando Navarro shot these pictures in Vista Park in Summerlin. Lots of snow on those tree branches there.
All right, and guess what? We had Nia Wong joining us earlier out at the Anthem Henderson location. We're going to go to her now live to see what she's got for us as well with the snow coming down in her area. Nia?
Kirsten and John, I'm down in the southwest, a lot different from Anthem. It is coming down steadily, and I do kind of want to give you this side over here. Ooh, very, very frightful. But yeah, let's take a look at what this is. So this tree, you can see split down the middle over there. I was mentioning earlier this morning that we're getting a wet, heavy kind of snow, and that really does build up on these trees, whether it's a small tree or a big tree. I mean, it is going to cause some of these branches to come down. We're in a neighborhood where a lot of people are parked in driveways and along the street, and you can see many of these cars are parked underneath trees. Some of those trees already touching or falling. I mean, they're getting weighed down heavily this morning. So if you're in a neighborhood like this one, you might want to check on your vehicle. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys at the desk.
All right, Nia, thank you very much. And that is one of the concerns with the snow, heavy snow on these trees falling down, and it can hit, and certainly fell on that car, unfortunately.
Yeah, and this isn't the end of it, folks. I mean, it came in overnight, still snowing in parts of the valley. We expect a little bit of a reprieve, and then it could kick back in later today, of course. Sherry's been monitoring that situation, so we're going to send things over to her now as well for the latest.
Okay, thank you, guys. Yeah, just looking at the cameras now as we look off to what I believe, Nate, help me here. Is this the Rainbow Curve, Summerlin Parkway, where they come together?
No, that's the Spaghetti Bowl. That is.
Oh, this is the Spaghetti Bowl. I apologize. I've lost my bearings in the snow. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at. Okay, so right in the middle of town, the Spaghetti Bowl. It's really slowing down traffic, but you can see that we've got snow there. And really, the Spaghetti Bowl north is where we're really seeing some heaviest snow right now. Temperatures, as I said before, just a little bit above freezing. And you can really see right here to the north of the Spaghetti Bowl, that is exactly what we're seeing on radar. Still a little bit out towards the western beltway, some swinging through the south end of town, but it's a little bit lighter. What we're seeing the heaviest right now is over the north end of town up to North Las Vegas. Still heavy snow along US 93 and over into Mojave County, south along US 95 once you get into southern Clark County, but there is a little bit of a gap between Las Vegas and south of down to Searchlight. We still have the low pressure that has to swing through in the afternoon and evening hours, and that will intensify the rain and the snow as we get into later this afternoon. So we might actually get a little bit of a break late morning into midday, but the air's so saturated, maybe some very light sprinkles, showers, or light snow flurries. And then tonight, the evening commute, snow all over again. So it's going to crank up, back off, crank up. It's just, it'll be off and on like that as we get through the day. Again, midday, we may get a little bit of a break. Clouds to sun tomorrow, and then temperatures into the 50s this weekend with 60s showing up next week. We'll forget all about it by next week. Well, maybe not next week. All right, so we'll check the roads with Nate in just a moment, but man, we've got a lot of still live cameras, videos, pictures showing the snow coming down.
And, you know, we talked a little bit about not only the snow, but also with the roads the way they are. And it looks like they're passable, but just be slow and cautious as you're driving around.
Of course, and the school district determined that its school buses would be safe on its routes, and that's why school is in session today. But every other driver, got to use your caution. Plenty of car distance lengths ahead as you're driving.
That's right, Junior Traffic Buddy. I mean, it's been quite a journey for us here today, and we're not done yet. We're going to keep with the continuing coverage.
Yeah, that's right. Do you think they might close the roads up to the mountain today at some point?
We will stay on top of it and put it all on the social media if and when that happens.
All right, remember to keep it here. Use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas.
We'll be back in a little bit here on 8 News Now.